My beloved child, stop for a moment. Do not scroll. Do not look away. Heaven aligned time itself to bring your eyes to these exact words at this exact second of your life. This is not random. This is not algorithm. This is appointment. You almost missed it. Your finger hovered, ready to move on, ready to dismiss this as one more voice among thousands of voices that passed through your day. But something held you. Something paused you in the middle of your noise. That something is me. I stopped you because there is a word inside this message that has your name written on it. And if you walk away now, you walk away from the very breakthrough I have been holding for you in the palm of my hand for many, many days. Listen to me carefully. I will not wait any longer. I have called your name in quiet moments for weeks. I have whispered into your restlessness when you could not sleep. I have arranged this exact second so that you cannot ignore me one more time. Only you can see this in the way you are about to see it. Other eyes will pass over the same words and feel nothing. But your spirit, the part of you that has been crying out in silence, knows the voice that is speaking now. Do not miss this. If you rush past me today, if you allow the noise of the world to drown me out one more time, you may step right past the door I have been opening for you. I am not threatening you. I am pleading with you as a father pleads with a child he loves with the whole of his being. Stay, breathe, listen. You have been tired. Tired in your bones, tired in your thoughts, tired in places no one else can see and no one else can name. You have been smiling for others while quietly breaking inside. You have been carrying a weight that was never assigned to your shoulders. You have been holding everything together with hands that are trembling, hoping nobody will notice the cracks running through your hands. I have noticed. I have noticed every single crack. And the question that has been sitting on your chest in the dark hours, the question you do not even dare to speak aloud, is the question I came here to answer today. That question is why? Why this delay? Why this silence? Why this season that feels like exile? Why prayers that seem to fall on a ceiling of stone? Why doors that looked perfect closed without warning? Why people you trusted walked away? Why your kindness keeps being met with disappointment? Why the harder you try, the further behind you seem to fall? I will answer all of it, every single piece of it. But I need your full attention for what is about to be spoken, because what I open inside you today must not be closed by distraction tomorrow. Look at me, my beloved, right now, with the part of you that still remembers the voice that called you into being before time began. Do you feel it? That small trembling inside your chest, the one you have been calling anxiety. It is not anxiety. It is recognition. It is the recognition of a soul who knows its father is in the room. Stay with me. Do not turn this off. The next words are for you alone. I want you to understand exactly why heaven moved time itself to bring you here. You did not stumble across these words. You did not find this by accident. There is no such thing as accident in my kingdom. Every step of your life has been watched. Every detour has been mapped. Every moment of confusion you have endured has been recorded in a book that bears your name. And the page that opens today is the page you have been waiting your entire life to read. Some of you will not understand what I am saying yet. That is all right. Stay anyway. The understanding will come as the words flow. Just stay. The most important thing you can do right now is to not move. Do not reach for your phone to check what someone else has sent you. Do not let the next notification pull you away. Do not let the urge to be busy convince you that this can wait. It cannot wait. I have already waited long enough. I have waited through your distractions. I have waited through your seasons of doubt. I have waited through the times you turned my voice into background noise. Today I am no longer in the background. Today I am the only voice you will hear. I want you to feel the weight of what I just said. I am no longer in the background. For too long you have allowed me to be one option among many. You have set me beside other voices that compete for your attention, and you have wondered why my voice did not feel as loud as theirs. It was never that my voice grew quiet. It was that you stopped lifting yours to listen. Today I am pulling you back. Today I am gathering you back into a single moment where there is only me and there is only you, and nothing else can squeeze in between us until I am finished saying what I came here to say. There are 3 things I will reveal before this message ends. I am telling you now so you do not let go too soon. The first is the reason behind every delay you have suffered in the last 2 years. The second is the name I have been calling you in secret that you have not yet heard. And the third is the door I am opening in the next 7 days that you must be awake enough to walk through. If you stay, you receive all three. If you walk away now, you will feel them happen in your life, and you will not know what they were. Do not let yourself wander through your own breakthrough blind. Stay. I have been waiting to speak with you in a place quieter than any room of your house. I have been waiting for the moment when your defenses would soften enough for me to come close. You have built walls around your heart over the years, my beloved, and you built them for good reason. The world has not been gentle with you. The people who said they would stay did not stay. The promises that were made were not kept. The friendships you poured yourself into emptied themselves of you. You learned to be careful. You learned that love often carries a hidden cost. And so you fortified yourself, and you became excellent at appearing all right while inside you were aching for anyone to see past the armor. I see past it. I have always seen past it. I see the small child inside you who never got to rest. I see the version of you that learned to be needed instead of cherished. I see the version of you that has been performing strength for so long that you have forgotten what it feels like to be soft. I see all of it. And I am not here to expose you. I am here to hold you. If anyone else were to look behind your armor right now, you would flinch, you would defend, you would deflect. But this is me. This is the one who knit you together in the secret place. This is the one who counted your hairs before the sun rose on your birth. I am not anyone else. I am the only one who has the right to walk past your walls without knocking, because I am the one who put the breath in your lungs. Let me put words to what you have been feeling but could not name. You have been feeling that you are running out of time. You have been feeling that the years are slipping past and you are watching them go from a place that does not feel like the life you were meant to live. You have been feeling that everyone around you is moving forward while you are stuck in a loop that no one explained to you. You have been feeling that something is wrong, but when you try to name it, the words evaporate before they reach your mouth. I will name it for you. What you have been feeling is the ache of a soul that knows it was made for more, but cannot see how to step into the more. That ache is not failure. That ache is design. I designed you with a longing inside you that only I can fill. The world has tried to convince you that the longing is a problem to be solved by acquiring something or becoming someone else. The longing is not a problem. The longing is a homing signal. It has been pointing you back to me your whole life, even when you did not know my name. Today, the signal grew loud enough that you could not ignore it. That is why you opened this. That is why you are still here. That is why your eyes are still moving across these words instead of skipping to the next thing. Your soul recognized the voice it has been searching for. Your spirit said yes before your mind could decide. I want you to take a slow breath, right where you are, wherever you are sitting or standing or lying. Just breathe. Let your shoulders fall. Let your jaw unclench. Let the part of you that has been bracing for the next blow relax for one moment. I am not the next blow. I am the relief. I know how much you have been bracing. I know how many things you have been preparing yourself for. I know how often you have lain in bed running through every possible disaster, trying to think of the right response in advance so that nothing can catch you off guard. You have been living with your guard up for so long that you do not remember what it feels like to live without it. The guard is exhausting you. The guard is the reason you cannot sleep. The guard is the reason your chest is tight all the time. The guard was useful in the seasons when you needed it. The guard is no longer useful in the season I am bringing you into. I am calling you out of vigilance and into trust, not blind trust, not naive trust, the kind of trust that comes from finally meeting someone who has earned it. I am asking you to consider that I have earned it. I have been faithful to you in ways you did not see at the time. The protections I put around you in your most reckless moments are still standing. The times I kept you from people who would have wounded you deeper than you could survive. The times I closed a door at the last possible second because the room behind it was about to collapse. The times I delayed your prayers by months and years so that the answer would arrive at the moment you were strong enough to receive it. You did not see any of that. You only saw the closed doors. You only saw the silence. You only saw the delay. I am pulling back the curtain today. I am showing you what was happening behind the scenes of your life. The reason you can finally trust me is that you can finally see what I was doing while you were assuming I was doing nothing. Now, I need to address something specific in your spirit. There is a thought that has been visiting you in the late hours, a thought that whispers that you are too late, a thought that says you have wasted so many years already that nothing can be redeemed, a thought that calculates your age and your circumstances and concludes that the life you wanted is no longer available to you. I want you to know exactly who has been planting that thought. It is not me. It has never been me. I am not the voice of accusation. I am the voice that calls you forward. The voice that has been telling you that you are too late is the same voice that has been trying to drown me out for as long as you have been alive. That voice has a name and a strategy, and the strategy is to get you to give up before you cross the threshold that I have been bringing you toward. That voice is loudest right before the breakthrough because it knows that once you cross over, it cannot reach you the same way again. If you have been hearing more accusation lately, more discouragement, more whispers that nothing will change, take it as confirmation that something is about to change. The intensity of the noise is the measurement of how close you are. You are close. You are closer than you have ever been. You are at the door. And I am the one who is about to open it. I will not open it because you have earned it. I will not open it because you have been strong enough or faithful enough or good enough. I will open it because I love you. That is the only reason. The love is not contingent on what you have done. The love does not waver based on the seasons you have walked through. The love is a fixed point. It has been there since before the foundations of the earth were laid. It will be there long after this age has passed away. The love is the only constant in a universe of moving parts. Receive that, not as a sentence you read, but as a fact you stake your weight on. The love is constant. The love is unconditional. The love is not testing you. The love is not waiting for you to prove yourself. The love is the air your soul has been gasping for in every moment you thought you could not go on. Breathe it in. I am going to begin telling you what I have seen. I am going to begin saying the words that you have needed to hear from me for years. Some of these words will make you cry. That is all right. The tears are not a problem. The tears are the way the heart releases what it has been carrying. Let them come. Do not wipe them away with shame. Each one is a small act of healing. You have done so much hiding, my beloved. Today you do not have to hide. There is no one in the room with us. There is only you and me. The words that pass between us in the next few moments are sacred. Do not let anyone interrupt. If someone walks past you, let them walk past. If a notification pings on your phone, let it ping. If a thought tries to convince you to stop reading, name the thought and put it on a shelf until later. I will help you put it on the shelf. You do not have to do this alone. Are you still here? Of course you are. I knew you would be. I knew the moment you started reading that you would not leave. I knew because I built you to recognize my voice. Sheep know the voice of the shepherd. Children know the voice of the Father. Lovers know the voice of the beloved. You have always known my voice. You just sometimes forgot how to hear it under the noise of your circumstances. Today you remember. I want to tell you the first thing I want you to know, and it is this. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not lost. Whatever calendar the world has been measuring you against, that calendar does not apply to your life. You have been measured against the wrong standard. You have been comparing yourself to people whose lives were never meant to look like yours. The script for your life is written in a different language than the scripts of those around you. The pace of your life follows a tempo that only the Maker knows, and the Maker is not late. The Maker has never been late. Not once in all of eternity has the Maker been late for a single appointment. You are exactly where you were supposed to be at this exact moment of your life. I know that is hard to receive. I know your mind is already pushing back, listing all the ways your life does not look like it should. I am asking you to suspend that list for just a moment. Set the list down. Look at me instead of looking at the list. The list is not accurate. The list was written by a part of you that has been wounded into believing it had to perform to be loved. That part of you is going to be healed today. I see you when you wake up before the alarm and lie in the dark, wondering if today is the day something will finally shift. I see you when you scroll through your phone trying to find something that will quiet the restless feeling inside your chest. I see you when you stand in the kitchen at midnight reaching for something to eat that you are not really hungry for, because the real hunger is somewhere else and you do not know how to feed it. I see you when you put on your clothes for another day at a place that is no longer feeding your soul, telling yourself that you are grateful, performing gratitude that you do not feel, hoping that the performance will eventually become the reality. I see you when you sit in your car at the end of the day in the parking lot before you go inside, just for a few extra minutes of silence, because the inside of the house holds expectations you do not have the strength to meet right now. I see you when you put on a movie not because you want to watch it, but because the noise distracts you from the louder noise in your head. I see you when you scroll through old photographs and ache for a version of yourself that felt lighter, wondering if she or he is still in there somewhere, wondering if you can ever find your way back. You can find your way back. That version of you is not gone. That version of you is slipping under layers of weight that were placed on you by others and by yourself. I am going to peel those layers off, one at a time, gently, without rushing. The version of you who is light and curious and unburdened is alive. The version of you who used to laugh from your belly is alive. The version of you who used to dream without immediately calculating the obstacles is alive. They are all alive inside you. I have kept them alive. I have not let them die, even in the seasons you stopped tending to them. I am bringing them back to the surface. You will feel them returning over the coming weeks. Do not be alarmed. Do not be suspicious of the lightness when it returns. It is not too good to be true. It is exactly what was always true. The lightness was the original blueprint. The heaviness was the addition. I want to address every part of you that has been wondering if you can trust this. I know how many false hopes have visited you. I know how many times you have allowed yourself to believe that something good was finally happening, only to have the floor drop out beneath you. I know how scared you are to believe again. I know the careful distance you keep from anything that promises change. The reason this is different is that I am not promising you change as a transaction. I am not asking you to do something so that I will do something. I am telling you what I have already done. The change has already been made in the unseen realm. You are walking into something that is already finished in heaven, even though it has not yet been delivered to earth. The decree has been issued, the papers have been signed, the seals have been broken. All that remains is the movement of time bringing the reality into your hands. This is why your spirit has been restless. It has been sensing the shift on the other side of the curtain. Your spirit knows things your mind has not yet been told. The reason you have felt that something is about to happen, even when nothing visible has been happening, is that your spirit has been picking up the vibration of what is being prepared. You are not imagining things. You are not making it up to comfort yourself. You are reading the actual signals that I have been sending. Trust those signals. Now stay with me, because we are moving into something deeper. There are things I have seen that I have not yet said to you. There are tears I have collected that I have not yet given names to. There are moments in your life that you thought no one witnessed. I witnessed every one of them. I want to spend time now letting you know that nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been lost. Nothing has been overlooked. The years that the locusts seemed to eat were not actually consumed. They were stored. They were placed in a vault that is about to be opened. I saw you when you were small, and the adults around you were too tired or too distracted to notice that you were hurting. I saw you when you went into your room and closed the door because the world outside was too loud. I saw you when you started learning, very young, that your job was to manage the moods of the people in your home so that everyone would be all right. You took on a job that no child should have to take. You became a manager of emotions before you knew how to manage your own. I saw it. I saw how heavy that was. I saw how it shaped the way you would relate to every person you met for the rest of your life. I saw you when you started carrying secrets you were not meant to carry, the secrets of people who needed someone to confide in but did not consider whether you were able to hold what they were placing in your hands. They unloaded into you. They left lighter than they came. And you, my beloved, you took it all home with you. You have been carrying their weight ever since. Today I am taking it back from you. Hand it to me. Every story that does not belong to you, every burden that was never yours to carry, I will take it. You do not have to know how. Just loosen your grip and I will reach in and lift it out. I saw you when you fell in love for the first time and gave more than you should have given. I saw you when the person who held your heart did not understand the weight of what they were holding and let it drop. I saw the pieces scatter. I saw you spend years trying to gather them all back. I saw the way you carried a piece of that loss into every relationship that came after. You wondered if you would ever feel that openness again. You wondered if you had used up your supply of innocence. You have not used it up. The innocence is not finite. It can be restored. I am restoring it. I saw you when you got the job that you thought would change everything and discovered that it did not. I saw you when you bought the thing you had been saving for and felt nothing afterward. I saw you when you reached the milestone you had been chasing for years and stood at the top wondering if this was all there was. I was not disappointed in you for not being satisfied. I was relieved. Because the dissatisfaction was the proof that you were made for something more than what the world had been offering you as the goal. You were made for me. Anything less than me was always going to leave a gap. The gap is not the problem. The gap is the design. I saw you when you got sick and felt afraid in the middle of the night. I saw you when your body did things you could not explain and the doctors did not have answers. I saw you when you typed your symptoms into a search engine at 3 in the morning and read every worst-case scenario and lay back down with your heart pounding. I was there. I sat on the edge of your bed when you could not see me. I held the space around you steady when it felt like it was crumbling. The thing you were most afraid of did not happen. You are still here. The reason you are still here is that I held you here. I saw you when you lost the person whose absence you still feel. I saw the night you got the call. I saw you in the car, driving to the place where they were. I saw you at the service trying to hold yourself upright while the room spun. I saw you in the weeks afterward when everyone else had moved on and you were still picking up the pieces in private. I saw the things you wished you had said. I want you to know that they heard you anyway. The words you said inside your heart reached them. The love does not require speech. The love does not require proximity. The love crosses every threshold, including the one between worlds. I saw you when you got the news that broke something you had not realized was still standing. I saw you when you had to keep functioning at work the next day because there was no time to grieve. I saw you holding it together in front of your colleagues while inside you were falling apart. I saw the way you went to the bathroom and locked the door and let yourself cry for exactly 2 minutes before you had to put the face back on. I counted the seconds with you. 2 minutes was not enough. You needed 2 weeks. You needed 2 months. You were not given them, so you carried it. You have been carrying it ever since. Today I am carrying it for you. You do not have to put it down on your own. I am reaching into the place inside you where you have been storing it, and I am lifting it out, and you do not have to do anything except let me. Just let me. The release does not require your effort. It only requires your permission. You have my permission to grieve everything you did not get to grieve at the time. You have my permission to weep for things from years ago that still hurt. You have my permission to feel the feelings that you have been postponing because they did not fit into your schedule. Today is the day. I am clearing space for you. I saw you when you started to lose hope. I saw the slow draining of belief that something would ever be different. I saw the way the hope did not die in one big moment but in many small concessions. The day you stopped praying about a specific thing because it had been too long and you were tired of being disappointed. The day you stopped expecting people to follow through on what they had promised. The day you stopped believing that you would ever find what you were looking for. Each concession felt small at the time. Added together, they reshaped the way you live. They taught you to expect less so that less could not hurt you. I am undoing those concessions today. I am giving back the hope I see you have set aside. I do not need you to believe at full strength right away. I only need you to let me put a small ember back in the place where the fire used to burn. The ember is enough. I will tend it. I will not let it go out. You do not have to manage the flame. Your only job is to not stamp it out. Do not stamp it out. When the small spark of hope returns in the coming days, when something inside you wants to believe that a thing might be possible again, do not crush it with cynicism. Do not protect yourself by killing the hope before it can disappoint you. Let it live. I am the one tending it. I will not let it disappoint you. The disappointments of the past were not failures of hope. They were misdirections of hope. You were hoping in the wrong sources. You were hoping in people who could not hold the weight of your hope. You were hoping in plans that were not built to last. Now, you are hoping in me. I can hold your hope. I will not break. I want to tell you something that I have been waiting to say to you for a long time. You have not failed. I know how often that word visits your mind. I know how often you have looked at your life and concluded that you are a failure. I know the comparisons you have made. I know the resumes you have measured yourself against. I know the way you have ranked yourself in the silent ledger you carry around. I am tearing up the ledger. The ledger is not real. The ledger was a fiction invented by a wounded part of you to try to make sense of why life has been hard. The ledger does not exist in heaven. There is no record of you as a failure anywhere in the books that I keep. In the books that I keep, you are listed as faithful. You are listed as enduring. You are listed as one who kept showing up even when you wanted to disappear. You are listed as one who continued to love even after love had broken you. You are listed as one who got out of bed on the mornings when there was no reason to get out of bed. You are listed as one who whispered prayers without expectation, just because the whisper itself was a refusal to give up. The whisper counted. Every single whisper counted. I want you to imagine just for a moment that the version of you that has been the harshest critic of you is asked to step out of the room, just for the duration of this message. I am asking the harshest part of you to step outside and wait. You can let them back in later if you want to. Right now, I want to talk to the rest of you without their commentary. Can you do that? Can you let the critic step out? Good. I see you setting them aside. I see the part of you that has been trying to hold everything to an impossible standard, finally agreeing to rest. Thank you. We can move forward now. Without the critic in the room, I want you to hear what I see when I look at you. I do not see your mistakes. I do not see your stalled projects. I do not see your failed attempts. I do not see your unfinished business. I do not see the version of you that you wish were different. I see the original version. I see the version that existed in my mind before you took your first breath. I see the version that I designed with my own hands. That version is not damaged. That version is not late. That version is not lost. That version is exactly where I placed them, and I placed them inside you, and I've been waiting for the day when you would meet them again. Today is that day. I am bringing the original you back into the room. The version of you that was made before the world started telling you who to be. The version of you that knew, without anyone teaching them, that they were loved. The version of you that could be in a room without performing for it. The version of you that had ideas that did not need to be approved by others before they were allowed to be voiced. The version of you that knew, with a knowing that did not need explanation, that you belonged. You belong. You have always belonged. The seasons of feeling like you did not fit anywhere were not because you do not belong. They were because you were not yet in the places you were made for. You have been a key trying to fit into the wrong locks. The lock that fits your key is being prepared. The door you are made to open is being installed. You will know when you find it because there will be no struggle. You will turn, and it will open, and you will walk through, and you will feel for the first time in years what it feels like to be home. That door is closer than you think. The reason you have been feeling restless is that you can sense it. The reason you have been unable to settle into the places that used to satisfy you is that your spirit knows you are about to be moved. Do not fight the restlessness. The restlessness is a guidance system. It is telling you that you cannot stay where you have been. You were not made to stay. You were made to move. The fear of moving is what has kept you in place. I understand the fear. The places you have been are familiar. The familiar is comforting even when it is not nourishing. You would rather stay in a place that is killing you slowly than risk a place that might disappoint you. I understand. I have watched you weigh this calculation many times. I have watched you on the threshold of leaving things behind, and I have watched you turn back at the last moment because the unknown felt too vast. The unknown is not vast. The unknown is just the part of the path that I have not yet illuminated for you. The path itself is solid. I have already walked it. I am inviting you to follow. Where I am asking you to step, the ground is firm. The light will come up under your foot the moment you commit to placing it down. The light will not arrive in advance of your commitment. That is by design. The light moves at the speed of trust. The more you trust, the more you see. The less you trust, the dimmer the path appears. The path is the same, only your willingness changes. Increase your willingness today. You do not have to leap. You do not have to make any sudden moves. I am not asking for radical action right now. I am asking for the smallest internal yes. Just one yes. A yes that says, I am willing to consider that what is being spoken to me is true. That is enough. That is the seed. From that seed I will grow everything else. The yes is not a contract. The yes does not bind you to anything. The yes is just permission for the conversation to continue. You can take back the yes at any moment if you find that what I am saying is not true. But I am asking you, in this moment, to give me the benefit of the doubt. Let me have these few minutes. Let me show you what I have been wanting to show you. After this, you can decide. Right now, just let me speak. If you can give me that yes, even in a whisper inside your heart, the rest of this message will unfold for you in a way it will not unfold for someone who has kept their fists clenched. I am not going to pry your fingers open. I am asking you to open them. The opening is yours to do. I will meet you the moment you decide. I see you deciding. I see the slight relaxation in your hands. I see the breath you took that was slightly deeper than the breath before. I see the small softening in the muscles around your eyes. Thank you, my beloved. That was an act of courage. The world will never know how much courage it took for you to soften right now, in this moment, after years of having to be hard. I know, I see it, it counts. We have a lot more ground to cover together. Stay with me. The next part of what I want to tell you requires that you stay open. If you start to close, just notice it without judging it, and gently open again. The opening will get easier as we go. You are training a muscle that has been atrophied for a long time. Be patient with the training. Be patient with yourself. There are things about your life that I have been keeping from you intentionally. I want to explain why. You have wondered, many times, why I do not just tell you what is going to happen. You have begged for clarity. You have asked for signs. You have wanted the map of your future spread out in front of you so that you could prepare. I have not given you the map. I have given you only the next step. You have sometimes been angry with me about this. You have called my silence cruel. You have wondered if I was withholding because I did not care. The reason I do not give you the map is that the map would crush you. You are not yet strong enough to carry the full weight of what is ahead. If I showed you everything I am preparing, you would either run away in fear or run ahead in arrogance. Neither of those would serve you. So I have been giving you the path in pieces. I have been showing you only what you can carry today. The wisdom in this is not yet visible to you. It will become visible later. When you reach the destination, you will look back and you will see that the partial revelation was the only way you could have made it here without breaking. I have also been protecting you from premature announcement. There are blessings that I am preparing for you that need to ripen in secret. If I told you their names too soon, you would speak them aloud, and the words would land in places you do not control. Other people would hear, and their reactions would interfere with the development of the blessing. Some of the people in your life are not yet ready to celebrate with you. Some would resent, some would compete. Some would, without meaning to, sow doubt that would slow you down. I have been keeping the seeds covered so that they can take root undisturbed. This is why some of the most important things in your life right now do not yet have names. You feel them stirring, but you cannot describe them. That is intentional. The undescribed is still under construction. Do not pressure yourself to articulate what is happening to you. Let it happen. The articulation will come when the thing is ready to be seen. Trying to force words around it before it is ready is like opening the oven door too soon. The cake collapses. I want you to relax about the things you cannot yet name. The not naming is not a failure of clarity. It is the protection of a process. Trust the process. Trust that I know what I am building. Trust that the secrecy is not exclusion. The secrecy is the womb in which your next season is being formed. Now, let me show you something else I have been carrying for you. There has been a conversation about you happening in the heavenly realms that you have not been a party to. I want to bring you into that conversation partially. I cannot show you all of it because some of it is still being decided, but I can tell you the direction of it. The angels have been arguing about you. Not whether to bless you, that has never been in question. They have been arguing about the timing and the manner of delivery. Some of them have been advocating for an earlier release of the things I have been preparing. They have looked at how tired you have grown and said, "Father, this one cannot take much more." Others have been advocating for waiting a little longer, ensuring that what we deliver will not be received as a thing earned, but as a thing given, ensuring that the receiver will know whose hand opened the gate. The argument has been going on for some time. I have been listening to both sides. I have made the decision. The decision is to release sooner rather than later. I have heard the voices that said, "You have waited long enough." I have agreed with them. The release is being scheduled. The first wave of it will reach you in days, not weeks. You will know it when it arrives. It will not be subtle. It will not be ambiguous. It will not require you to interpret whether or not it counts. It will be unmistakable. I am telling you this in advance, so that when it happens you will not dismiss it. You have a habit of dismissing good things that happen to you, calling them coincidence, attributing them to anything other than my hand. Stop that. When the good thing happens, name me as the source. Even if you say it only inside your heart, name me. The naming is part of the receiving. The naming closes the loop between heaven and earth. The naming activates the next portion of what I am preparing. If you do not name me when the good arrives, the next portion gets delayed, not because I am punishing you, because the system runs on acknowledgement. When you acknowledge the source keeps flowing. When you forget to acknowledge, the flow narrows. I am not asking you to perform gratitude. I am asking you to notice. The noticing is enough. The noticing says, you did this, and I see it. You are going to have many opportunities to notice in the coming days. Be alert. Things are going to start moving in your life that have not been moving. Small things first. A text from someone you have not heard from. A piece of information that arrives at exactly the right moment. A door that opens slightly. A person who appears with a piece of the puzzle you have been missing. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. Watch for them. Receive them. Name me when you see them. The naming does not have to be elaborate. A simple thank you is enough. A small whisper. A glance toward heaven. The form is not important. The acknowledgement is what matters. I am about to enter a season of accelerated movement in your life. The slow years have been the foundation. The building is about to go up. You will be surprised at how fast it goes once it starts. The slow years were not a waste. They were the digging of the foundation. You cannot rush the digging. The digging is what allows the building to stand. If I had built faster, the building would have fallen down. Now that the foundation is ready, I can move quickly without risk. The acceleration is part of why you have been feeling unsettled. You can sense that something is about to shift in pace. You are accustomed to the slow pace. The faster pace will require an adjustment. I will help you adjust. I will not throw you into the deep end. I will increase your capacity at the same rate that I increase your responsibilities. You will be able to handle what I am about to entrust to you. Do not let the fear of inadequacy stop you from receiving. You will grow into it. You always have. I want to remind you of moments in your past when you grew into something faster than you thought possible. Remember when you took on the role you did not feel qualified for, and within months you were doing it as if you had been doing it your whole life. Remember when you stepped into the responsibility you were afraid of, and discovered that the capacity was already inside you waiting to be activated. Remember when you survived the season you thought would break you, and came out the other side standing. The capacity is always larger than the fear lets you see. I built you with reserves you have not yet drawn on. The reserves are there. We are about to draw on them. Do not be afraid of being stretched. The stretching is how you grow. The discomfort of stretching is not a sign that you are doing something wrong. It is a sign that you are growing. Welcome the discomfort. Lean into it. Trust that I would not stretch you in a direction that would tear you. I am a careful builder. I do not damage my own work. You are my work. You are not damaged. The places in you that feel damaged are places where the protective coating has been worn away by life. I am restoring the coating. You will feel stronger soon. You will notice that things that used to bother you do not bother you the same way. You will notice that you can sit with discomfort without being destabilized by it. This is not because the discomfort has gone away. It is because the inner stability has grown. Inner stability is the great gift of this season. Many people pray for outer change. The outer change will come. But the more important change is the inner change. The inner change is what allows you to receive the outer change without losing yourself. If I gave you the outer change without the outer change would unbalance you. Many people have received outer change before they were ready, and the outer change destroyed them. I will not do that to you. I am preparing you on the inside so that when the outside changes, you will remain steady. Watch for the inner change. It is the first wave of what is coming. You will notice it as a quiet strength that you cannot quite explain. You will find yourself responding to things in ways that surprise you. You will find yourself less reactive. You will find yourself able to wait without anxiety. You will find yourself able to release the things you used to grip tightly. The grip is loosening. That is me, working from the inside out. I want you to give yourself permission to receive this strength without analyzing it. Do not try to figure out how you are doing it. Do not try to take credit for it or assign credit somewhere else. Just notice it and be grateful. The strength is not yours. The strength is mine, deposited inside you. You are the vessel. I am the source. The vessel does not need to understand the source. The vessel only needs to be willing to hold what the source is pouring in. You are willing. Even if you do not feel willing, the fact that you are still reading is proof of willingness. The willingness is not a feeling. The willingness is a posture. You can be in the posture of willingness even when the feelings have not caught up. Stay in the posture. The feelings will catch up. They always do, eventually. Now I want to address one more piece before we move into the next chamber of this message. There is something I have been wanting to say to you about the people in your life. Some of them have been hurting you. You know who they are. You have been carrying their patterns of treatment as if they were diagnoses of your worth. They are not. The way they have treated you is a reflection of where they are in their own development. It is not a reflection of who you are. You have been confusing the two. I want to teach you, today, how to separate the two. When someone treats you in a way that diminishes you, the temptation is to believe that you are diminished. The truth is that they have shown you something about themselves. They have shown you what they are able to see and what they are not able to see. They have shown you the limit of their current capacity. The limit is theirs. It is not yours. You have been absorbing the limits of others as if they were your limits. You have been taking on their inability to love well as if it were your unworthiness of love. This has to stop. Today I am separating you from the patterns of treatment that you have been wearing as identity. You are not what other people have made you feel. You are what I have made you to be. I see the specific people in your life who have shaped you in ways I did not authorize. I am revoking their authorization. They no longer have the right to define you. Their voices that have echoed in your head are being silenced. The words they spoke over you that were not from me are being neutralized. The labels they applied to you are being removed. I am putting my labels in their place. My labels are these: beloved, chosen, capable, whole, worthy, held. I want you to receive these labels, not as compliments, as facts. Beloved is not how I feel about you in a passing way. Beloved is what you are. It is the category of being to which you belong. You are in the category of beloved. You cannot fall out of it. You did not earn your way into it. It is your origin. Chosen does not mean you are better than someone else. It does not mean you have been favored at the expense of someone else. Chosen means you have been seen. Chosen means you have been called by name. Chosen means you have a specific purpose that only you can fulfill, in the way that only you can fulfill it. The chosenness is for everyone, but the form of each one is unique. Your form of being chosen looks different from anyone else. You will not find your chosenness by looking at someone else and trying to copy theirs. You will find it by becoming more fully yourself. Capable is not a statement about what you have already achieved. Capable is a statement about what is inside you that has not yet been called forth. You are capable of more than you have done. Not because what you have done is insufficient, but because there is more in you than has been asked of you yet. The next season will ask more of you. You will rise to it. The capability has been there all along. Whole is the word that you may struggle with the most. You have been told that you are broken. You have believed that you have parts of you that need to be fixed. I want to revise that framing. You are not broken. You are wounded. There is a difference. Broken means structurally compromised. Wounded means temporarily damaged at the surface. You are wounded in many places, but the structure underneath is sound. The structure is what I built. The wounds are what life has added. I am healing the wounds. The structure was never in question. Worthy is the word I want you to hear, loudest of all. Your worthiness is not under negotiation. It is not subject to your performance. It is not contingent on your output. It is not measured by how much you give to others. It is not increased by how well you behave. It is the irreducible fact of your existence. You are worthy because I made you. The making is the worthiness. Nothing you do can add to it. Nothing you fail to do can subtract from it. You are worthy now, at this moment, exactly as you are. You will be worthy in your worst moment. You will be worthy when you have nothing to show for your life. The worthiness is not something you can lose. It is something you can only forget you have. I am reminding you of it today. Held is the last word, and I want you to feel it physically. You are held. Right now, in this moment, you are being held by something larger than yourself. You may not feel arms around you, but the holding is real. It is the same holding that keeps the planets in orbit. It is the same holding that keeps the molecules of your body cohering. The holding has been there since before you were born. It will be there after you die. The holding is constant. The holding is the most basic fact of your existence, more basic even than the air you breathe. You cannot fall out of the holding. You cannot wander out of it. There is nowhere you can go that the holding does not extend. When you feel like you are falling, you are not falling. You are being lowered. There is a difference. Falling implies the absence of a hand to catch you. Lowering implies the presence of a hand that is guiding you down for a specific reason. Every descent in your life has been a lowering, not a falling. The hand has always been there. The hand has never let go. I want you to imagine for a moment that you are being lowered into the next stage of your life like a child being lowered into a bed by a parent. The lowering is careful. The lowering is intentional. The lowering is followed by a covering, the way a parent covers a sleeping child. You are being covered. You are being tucked in. The next season begins in this stillness. The next morning will bring movement, but tonight is for rest. Whether it is morning or afternoon or evening where you are, this moment is your rest. Treat the next few minutes of this message as a deliberate stilling. Let your body settle. Let your mind quiet. Let your spirit drink in what is being poured. The pouring is happening whether you notice it or not, but you will absorb more if you notice. I am about to take you into something that will reframe the entire way you understand the last several years of your life. Stay with me. Stay open. Stay willing. The understanding will land in a moment, and when it lands, you will weep, and the weeping will be a good weeping. Do not be afraid of the weeping. You have been asking me why I have been silent. I have not been silent. I have been speaking to you in a frequency you had to grow into in order to hear. The first phase of your spiritual development was loud. You needed loud signs. You needed obvious answers. You needed the kind of confirmation that could not be mistaken. I gave you those things in your earlier years. They were appropriate for the version of you that needed them. But I have been growing you into the kind of person who can hear me in the quiet. The quiet voice is the more advanced voice. The quiet voice is the voice I use with my closest. The quiet voice cannot be heard by those who require noise. By bringing you into the quiet, I have been promoting you. The silence you have experienced has not been an absence of relationship. It has been a deepening of relationship. The deepening felt like loss because you did not yet know how to recognize the new form of presence. I have been with you the whole time. I have been with you in the form of the steady breath in your chest when there was no other comfort. I have been with you in the form of the small impulse to keep going when everything in you wanted to stop. I have been with you in the form of the moments you noticed something beautiful and felt a small lift in your heart for no reason you could identify. The lift was me, the breath was me, the impulse was me. I have been weaving myself into the fabric of your daily life in ways that you have not been crediting me for. Look back over the last few years and try to identify the moments when something small kept you going. The text from a friend at exactly the right time. The song that came on when you needed to hear those particular words. The stranger who held the door open when you felt invisible. The animal that came up to you when you were alone and looked at you in a way that felt like recognition. Those were all me. I've been showing up in the small things because the small things are where I get to live with you most intimately. The big things are loud and dramatic and have their place, but the big things only happen occasionally. The small things happen all day, every day. If I had only been showing up in the big things, you would have spent most of your life without me. I refused to be absent, so I came in through the small. I came in through the smell of coffee in the morning. I came in through the patch of sunlight on the floor. I came in through the laughter you heard on the street. I came in through the words you read in a book that felt like they were written just for you. I have been everywhere, my beloved, everywhere. There has not been a single second of your life when I have not been with you. The seasons that felt like abandonment were seasons of redistribution. I redistributed my presence so that you would have to start finding me in places you had not yet looked. The hunt was the relationship. The seeking was the seeking that I designed. You have been finding me even in the seeking, even when you thought the seeking was evidence of my absence. Now you are at the stage where you are about to recognize my presence in everything, not as a metaphor, as a literal experience. You will start to notice that there is a thread connecting all the moments of your day. The thread is me. You will start to feel the thread getting tighter, more consistent, more visible. You will find yourself in conversations that you did not expect to have. You will find that words come out of your mouth that you did not plan to say, and the words turn out to be exactly what the other person needed. You will start to be a conduit. You will start to be a vessel through which I move. This is the season of consecration. Consecration is the setting apart of something for sacred use. You have been being set apart for some time now. You have noticed that you do not fit in the places you used to fit. You have noticed that conversations that used to interest you no longer hold your attention. You have noticed that the pleasures that used to satisfy you have lost some of their flavor. These are not problems. These are signs of consecration. The flavor of the old has been dimmed so that you will not stay attached to what you must leave behind. The interest in the surface has been removed so that you will reach for the depth. Do not mistake the consecration for depression. Depression is a different thing. Consecration is the slow withdrawal from what no longer serves your purpose. Depression is the loss of energy to pursue anything. They can feel similar from the inside, but they are not the same. If you are unable to motivate yourself for things that used to delight you, ask which of the two you are experiencing. If it is consecration, you will feel a quiet pull towards something else, even if you cannot name it. If it is depression, you will feel the absence of pull entirely. Most of you are in consecration. The depression you have been afraid of is actually the loosening of attachments. The attachments needed to loosen. You were holding on to things that were too small for the size of soul you were becoming. The grip you had on your old life was preventing the new life from arriving. The loosening has been my work. I have been gently uncurling your fingers from things that were never going to satisfy you. You felt the uncurling as loss. It was actually liberation. I want you to feel the liberation. Take a moment to consider one thing in your life that you have been gripping tightly, that you have been afraid to let go of. Now imagine yourself letting it go, not throwing it away, just opening your hand and letting it rest on a table in front of you. You do not have to send it away. You only have to stop carrying it in your hand. Stop carrying it in your hand. There. That is the beginning of liberation. You can pick it back up if you decide you need to. But notice, in this moment, what it feels like to not be carrying it. Notice the lightness in your hand. Notice the space that opens up. You did not realize how much you were holding until you set it down. This is the experience I want you to have with many of the things you are carrying. Not all at once, one at a time. Each setting down is its own grace. Now I am going to ask you to consider something deeper. There are some things in your life that you have been carrying that were not yours to begin with. They were handed to you by someone else, and you accepted them without asking whether they belonged to you. Some of them came from your parents, some came from your culture, some came from your relationships, some came from your work. You picked them up because they were offered to you, and you did not know that you could refuse. You can refuse. You have always been able to refuse. The fact that something was given to you does not obligate you to keep it. The fact that someone said something about you does not obligate you to believe it. The fact that a story was told about your family does not obligate you to live inside that story. You have permission to set down inheritances that were not blessings. You have permission to walk out of stories that were not yours. You have permission to redefine yourself in terms that the people who shaped you never agreed to. The permission comes from me. I am the higher authority. Anything that anyone has said about you that contradicts what I say about you can be set down. You are not bound by their words. You are bound by mine. And my words about you are these. You are loved. You are worthy. You are whole. You are mine. Receive that as your inheritance. Let the other inheritances go. You do not have to renounce them dramatically. You can simply notice them, name them, and stop carrying them. The notice plus the name is enough. Once a thing has been named, it loses much of its power. Naming a thing is taking it from the realm of the unconscious into the realm of the conscious, where it can be examined and released. You are being moved from the unconscious to the conscious in many areas. You are noticing patterns you did not used to notice. You are noticing your own reactions in ways that surprise you. You are noticing the way you have been functioning on autopilot. The noticing is the beginning of choice. As long as something is unnoticed, it runs you. The moment you notice it, you can choose differently. I am helping you notice. I am bringing many things to the surface so that you can make new choices. Do not be alarmed when you notice unflattering things about yourself. The noticing is not the same as judgment. The noticing is the prerequisite for change. You cannot change what you cannot see. I am showing you yourself, gently, in pieces, at the pace you can handle. Do not refuse the showing. Even when the showing makes you uncomfortable, stay with it. The discomfort is the doorway. On the other side of the discomfort is the freedom you have been asking for. You have been asking me for freedom. You have prayed it many times in many forms. Free me. Get me out of this. Make me different. I have been answering those prayers all along. I have been freeing you. The freeing has not looked like the way you imagined. You imagined that I would lift you out of your situation and place you somewhere new. Instead, I have been changing you from the inside while you remain in the same situation. The change inside is more durable than a change of location. If I had moved you without changing you, you would have recreated the same situation in the new place. So I have been doing the deeper work first. The deeper work is almost done. The deeper work is what I have been busy with in the years that looked like nothing. The years that looked like nothing were the years of the deeper work. Now that the deeper work is nearly complete, the outer movement can begin. The outer movement is what you have been waiting for. It is coming. It is closer than you have permitted yourself to believe. I do not say closer than you think. I say closer than you have permitted yourself to believe. There is a difference. You have not been thinking carelessly. You have been guarding yourself against disappointment by refusing to let yourself believe in the goodness that is on its way. The refusal was protection. The protection is no longer needed. You can let yourself believe. The goodness is real. The goodness is approaching. The goodness will arrive. I want you to practice believing for 1 minute. Just for the duration of 1 minute, allow yourself to believe that the thing you have been wanting is going to happen. Do not analyze it. Do not list the reasons it might not. Do not protect yourself. Just believe for 1 minute. Notice what happens in your body when you let yourself believe. Notice the slight rising of energy. Notice the small softening of the hard place in your chest. Notice the way the light in the room seems to brighten slightly. That is the energy of belief returning. That is what you have been missing. I want you to practice this more often, not all the time, but periodically. Set aside small windows where you allow yourself to believe without restriction. The windows can be brief, 1 minute, 3 minutes. The duration matters less than the practice. The practice builds the muscle. The muscle has been atrophied. You are training it back into use. As the muscle grows, you will find yourself spontaneously believing in moments throughout the day. You will catch yourself smiling at nothing. You will find yourself thinking about the future without dread. You will notice that you are sleeping more deeply. These are all signs that the muscle is being rebuilt. Welcome them. Do not suppress them as foolishness. They are not foolishness. They are the early movements of the soul that knows good things are coming. The soul knows. Your soul has been carrying advance information that your mind has been refusing to credit. Your mind has wanted evidence. Your soul does not require evidence in the same way. Your soul operates on a different level of knowing. The soul level knowing is older than the mind level knowing. The soul level knowing is what made it possible for you to keep going through the hardest seasons. The mind would have given up long ago. The soul kept holding on. Trust the soul. The soul has been right all along. Now I want to take you somewhere quieter inside. I want to address the part of you that has felt unwitnessed, the part of you that has done so much in the dark that no one will ever see, the part of you that has been hoping someone will finally turn on the light. I am turning on the light. I see everything. I want you to feel the weight of that. I see everything. The small acts of kindness you have done that no one credited you for. The times you bit your tongue when you wanted to retaliate and did not. The times you showed up for someone who never showed up for you. The times you forgave when forgiveness was not asked for. The times you let people misunderstand you because the cost of correcting them was higher than the cost of being misunderstood. The times you carried the secrets of other people to your own detriment. The times you sacrificed an opportunity because someone else needed something from you in the same moment. The times you said yes when you wanted to say no, because the no felt cruel and you could not bring yourself to be cruel. I saw every one of them. I have been keeping a record. The record is not the same as the ledger I tore up earlier. The ledger was a fiction of self-judgment. The record is reality. The record contains the actual moments of your goodness. The record contains the data that the world has not been keeping on you. The world keeps records of your visible failures. I keep records of your invisible faithfulness. The invisible faithfulness is the more important record. The visible failures are surface phenomena. The invisible faithfulness is who you are at the level of choice. Most of who you are is not seen. Most of the choices you make are made in private moments where no one is watching. Most of the work of your character has been done in those private moments. You have done the work. The work has been deposited into a kind of spiritual savings account. The account has accrued interest over the years. The withdrawal is coming. You are about to be paid for years of invisible work. The payment will come in forms you do not expect. Some of the payment will be in the form of doors opening that have been closed. Some will be in the form of people seeing you who have not seen you. Some will be in the form of resources arriving that you cannot trace to a logical source. Some will be in the form of an inner peace that you have not felt since you were small. The peace is the most valuable of the payments, though you may not realize it at first. The peace is the form of payment that lasts. The other forms come and go. The peace, once it settles in, stays. I want you to focus on the peace as the central payment. Many people are focused on the external forms of return. They are watching for the deal to come through, the door to open, the relationship to be restored. Those are legitimate. They will happen. But if you focus on them, you will miss the peace that I am also delivering. The peace is harder to recognize because it does not announce itself. It does not arrive with fanfare. It settles into you quietly while you are busy doing other things. Suddenly you notice that you slept well last night. Suddenly you notice that you did not get angry at a thing that used to make you angry. Suddenly you notice that you are humming a song while you wash the dishes. The peace is in those moments. Notice the peace. The peace is the foundational return. Everything else is built on it. If the peace arrives without the other things, you have still received the most valuable gift. If the other things arrive without the peace, they will not satisfy you. The peace is what makes the other things able to satisfy. Without the peace, no amount of external blessing will fill the inner cavity. With the peace, you could have very little externally and feel that you have everything. The peace is the secret currency of the kingdom. You are receiving the secret currency. You may have noticed early signs of it already. Have you noticed yourself less reactive lately? Have you noticed that you can let things go more easily than you used to? Have you noticed that some of the small irritations of life are not getting under your skin the way they once did? Those are evidence of the peace arriving. Receive them as data. The peace is real. The peace is increasing. You have been so focused on what is wrong that you have been undercounting what is right. I want you to do a small exercise with me. Right now, name 3 things in your life that are good. They do not have to be grand. They can be very small. The fact that you have water to drink, the fact that you can read these words, the fact that you have a roof, anything that is currently functioning in your life as a blessing. 3 things. Took them. Now hold them in your awareness for a moment. Do not rush past them. Let them be the focus of your attention. Notice how the weight of your awareness changes when you are looking at what is working instead of what is not. Notice how your chest opens slightly. Notice how the room feels different. This is the practice of receiving. You have been receiving all along, but you have been spending most of your attention on what you have not yet received. Today I am training you to spend more of your attention on what you have received. The shift in attention is itself a form of receiving. The more you notice what you have, the more you have to notice. It is not magic, it is mathematics. Attention is a resource. Where you put it grows. If you put it on lack, lack grows. If you put it on abundance, abundance grows. I am not asking you to deny lack. I am asking you to spend more of your attention on the abundance that is also true. Both are true. You have been spending too much of your attention on one side of the truth. We are rebalancing. Practice noticing today. Throughout the rest of your day, after this message ends, try to catch yourself 5 times noticing something good. The 5th one will be harder than the first. That is the point of the exercise. By the 5th one, you are training a new muscle. You are teaching your eye to look for what has been there all along but unnoticed. The new looking will change everything for you. Not because the world will be different, but because you will be seeing the world that has been here all along. You have been living in a world of abundance while perceiving a world of scarcity. The abundance has been there. The scarcity was your perception. The perception was shaped by your conditioning. The conditioning was given to you by people who themselves perceive scarcity. You inherited their perception. You have been wearing their lens. Today I am giving you a new lens. Try the new lens on. Look around the room you are in right now. Notice what you have. Notice what is functioning. Notice what is supporting you in this very moment. You are surrounded by support that you have been treating as background. The chair holding you. The walls protecting you. The clothes covering you. The food in the next room. The connection that allows you to read this. Every one of these is a result of a long chain of provision. You did not generate them by yourself. They were given. The giving has not stopped. The giving is ongoing. You are inside a stream of giving that has been flowing toward you your entire life. I want you to feel the stream, not as concept, as felt experience. The stream is real. The stream is flowing right now. You are inside it. The reason you have water is that the stream brought water. The reason you have food is that the stream brought food. The reason you have these very thoughts in your mind is that the stream brought thoughts. The stream is the substrate of your existence. The stream is me, expressed through countless forms. I am the stream. I am the chair. I am the wall. I am the food. I am the breath. I am the thought. I am every single component of your life. The components are diverse. The source is one. The source is me. When you receive this, your relationship to your circumstances changes. You stop seeing your circumstances as the source of your well-being or the cause of your distress. You see them as expressions of the underlying stream. The stream is constant. The expressions vary. You can be at peace with the stream, even when the expressions are not the ones you would have chosen. The peace comes from the source, not from the form. The source never changes. Form is always changing. This is the deepest stability available to you. This is the only stability that does not depend on external conditions. I am offering you this stability. I am offering you the option to live from the source rather than from the form. The form will keep changing. You can change with it, or you can rest in the source and let the form do what it does. I recommend the source. I recommend it not because it is easier. It is not necessarily easier. It is harder in some ways because it requires a daily practice of returning your attention. But it is the only thing that will hold under all conditions. Every other anchor will fail at some point. The source does not fail. The source is the anchor under the anchor. The source is what holds the holding. Stay anchored in me, even if the anchoring takes practice, even if you forget many times a day and have to remember again. The remembering is itself the practice. Each time you remember, you strengthen the connection. Eventually, the remembering becomes off you few fact. You will find yourself returning to the source without effort, like a fish that has discovered it is in water. The fish was always in water, but the discovery changes everything for the fish. You are always in me. I am inviting you to discover it. The discovery is the foundation of the next chapter of your life. I am about to take you into what that chapter looks like. Stay with me. The discovery will deepen as we go. Each section of this message is meant to settle a different layer into your awareness. Let the layers settle. Do not try to grasp them all at once. The settling is its own work. Now, I am going to begin telling you what I have been preparing on the other side of this season you have been in. You have been wondering what is on the other side. You have suspected sometimes that there might not be another side. The season has gone on so long that it has started to feel like a permanent condition. It is not permanent. Nothing in your life is permanent except for me. The season is temporary. The season is being completed. The completion is not yet visible to you, but it is real. The completion happens in the unseen first, then it manifests in the seen. The unseen completion has already occurred. The seen manifestation is being orchestrated. The orchestration involves many moving parts that have to align before the manifestation can occur. The parts are aligning. Some of the parts are people who do not yet know they are involved in your story. They are being moved into position. Some of the parts are circumstances that have to develop. They are developing. Some of the parts are timings that have to converge. They are converging. I am the conductor. I am bringing the orchestra together. Each musician knows only their own part. None of them sees the score I am holding. From their position, they cannot tell that they are part of a larger composition. But I see the score. I see every note. I am bringing them in at exactly the right moment. Your part is to keep playing your own instrument. You do not need to conduct. You do not need to know what the others are playing. You only need to play your part faithfully and let the composition come together in my timing. Many of you have been trying to conduct. You have been trying to organize people into the positions you think they should be in. You have been trying to time circumstances to your liking. You have been trying to manage outcomes through force of will. I appreciate the effort. I see the love behind it, but the trying has been wearing you out, and it has been getting in my way. I cannot conduct freely when you are also trying to conduct. The musicians get confused by the conflicting signals. I'm asking you to set down the conducting, lay down the baton, step away from the podium. Trust that I know what I am doing. The composition is more beautiful than you have been able to imagine. If you try to write it yourself, it will not be as beautiful. You are too close to the material. You do not have the perspective. I have the perspective. Let me write. The musicians will arrive on their own. The circumstances will align without your intervention. The timing will be perfect. Perfect by my standard, which is sometimes different from your standard. My perfect timing includes elements you cannot see. My perfect timing accounts for variables you do not know about. My perfect timing is calibrated to your fullest good, which is sometimes broader than your immediate good. Your immediate good and your fullest good are not always the same thing. Sometimes I delay the immediate good in order to deliver the fullest good. You have experienced this. You have prayed for things that did not come in your timing. Some of them, looking back, you can see why I delayed. The delay served a purpose that you could not see at the time. There are still some delays you do not yet understand. You will, in time. For now, trust that the delay is purposeful. Trust that I am not withholding out of indifference. I am orchestrating. The orchestration is reaching a climax. Many of you are at the moment in your story where the parts are about to converge. You can sense it. You feel the air thickening with anticipation. You feel the small tremors of approach. You wake up some mornings with a feeling that something is about to happen, and the feeling has no specific object. The feeling is real. The feeling is your spirit picking up the vibration of the convergence. Stay alert, pay attention. Do not get distracted right at the moment when things are about to happen. The most common pattern I see is people who lose focus right before the breakthrough. They have been waiting so long that they have lost the capacity for vigilance. The vigilance is needed for one more chapter. Stay in it, keep your eyes up, keep your ears open, keep your heart soft. The thing is approaching. You do not want to be looking the other way when it arrives. You have been training for this moment your whole life, my beloved. Every season of difficulty has been training. Every disappointment has been training. Every loss has been training. The training was for the season that is just ahead. You have the capacity that this season requires precisely because of the training. If I had not put you through the training, you would not be able to receive what is coming. You would crumble. You would not have the stability. You would not have the discernment. The training has been merciful. I know it has not always felt merciful. It has felt sometimes like cruelty, but cruelty would have looked very different. Cruelty would have left you without resources. Cruelty would have abandoned you. Cruelty would have given you suffering with no transformation. None of that has happened to you. You have been suffering, but you have been transforming. You have been hurting, but you have been becoming. The suffering has been an envelope around a gift. The gift is the becoming. Look at who you have become through the years of difficulty. You are not the same person you were before the suffering began. You are deeper, you are wiser, you are more compassionate, you are more discerning. You are stronger in ways that do not show on the outside. You have an interior architecture that did not exist before. The architecture was built by the seasons of difficulty. The architecture is what allows you to host what is coming. The hosting is the next step. You are about to host more than you have ever hosted. More joy, more opportunity, more relationship, more resources, more responsibility, more influence. The hosting requires capacity. You have built the capacity. The hosting will not be a problem for you. The hosting will feel like a long-deferred natural function, finally being activated. You were built to host. You have been preparing the house for years. Soon the guests arrive. I want you to imagine the house of your life as it has been being prepared. You have been doing inner renovations for a long time. You have been clearing out rooms that were filled with old furniture. You have been repainting walls. You have been polishing floors. You have been replacing windows. The renovations have been costly. You have spent yourself on them. You have wondered, sometimes, if the renovations were worth it. They are worth it. The house is almost ready. The guests are about to begin arriving. Some of them are people who will become significant in your life. Some of them are opportunities that will define your next decade. Some of them are versions of yourself that have been waiting off stage for the house to be ready. Some of them are blessings that needed a certain quality of vessel to be safely contained. You are the vessel. The vessel is finally fit for what I want to pour into it. Prepare yourself to receive guests, not anxiously, not by trying to be more impressive than you are, just by being present. Be in the house, be in your own life, be in the moment you are in. Do not be scattered into the past or the future. Be where I have placed you. The presence is the welcoming. The presence is what allows the guests to feel welcomed. You have been a poor host of yourself for a long time. You have not been present to your own life. You have been mentally elsewhere, replaying old wounds or rehearsing future fears. The presence I am giving you now is the foundation of being able to host. Once you can be present to yourself, you can be present to others. Once you can be present to others, the connections deepen. The deepened connections become the relationships that carry the next season. Practice presence, just for now, in this moment. Notice the feeling of being right where you are. Notice the sounds around you. Notice the temperature on your skin. Notice the weight of your body. Notice the breath moving in and out. This is presence. This is being home in yourself. Most people are not home in themselves most of the time. They are running on autopilot while their inner self is somewhere else. Today, come home. Coming home to yourself is the precondition for everything else I want to give you. The gifts I want to give you cannot be given to an empty house. There must be someone home to receive them. You are coming home now. I can feel you arriving. The lights are coming on inside the rooms. The doors are opening. The receiving has begun. Now I want to address something specific about your future. I want to tell you what I see in the next 2 years. I do not show you everything because, as I said before, the full map would crush you. But I can show you the broad strokes. I can give you the general shape of what is coming so that you can recognize it when it begins. In the next 12 months, there will be a relational restoration that you have not been expecting. Someone you have lost contact with will return. The return may not be in the form you imagined. It may not be a romantic reconnection. It may be a friendship restored. It may be a family member you have not spoken to in years. It may be a former colleague who reaches out unexpectedly. Whoever it is, do not refuse the reconnection. The reconnection is significant. It is part of a larger pattern of restoration that I am weaving through your life. Some of you have been carrying grief about a specific relationship that ended. The grief has not fully resolved because the relationship did not have closure. I am bringing closure, not necessarily through the person you are grieving directly. Sometimes the closure comes through someone else. Sometimes the closure comes through an inner experience that completes what was unfinished. Some of you will receive a letter. Some of you will receive a dream. Some of you will be granted a moment of clarity that closes the loop. Whatever form it takes, the closure is on its way. In the next 12 months, there will also be a financial movement that you have not been expecting. I am not promising you a windfall in the way that the world thinks of windfalls. I am promising you a movement. The movement may take many forms. It could be a long-stuck negotiation finally resolving. It could be an investment that begins to yield. It could be a debt that is unexpectedly forgiven or restructured. It could be an opportunity that opens a stream of income you did not have before. The form is less important than the fact of the movement. The financial pressure that has been a constant weight on you is going to ease. The easing will not be all at once. It will be incremental. The first month you will notice a small loosening. The second month a slightly larger one. By the 6th month, you will look back and realize that you have not been as worried about money lately. The worry will have eased without your noticing the exact moment it did. The relief will accumulate. By the end of the year, you will be in a different financial conversation with yourself than the one you have been in. I want you to receive this in the form of an internal shift, rather than waiting for a single event to confirm it. The internal shift is the precursor. The external confirmation will follow. Do not wait for the external confirmation to give yourself permission to feel different. Feel different first. Trust the feeling. The feeling is not denial of your current situation. The feeling is recognition of the situation that is coming. You are receiving advanced signal. Use the signal to adjust your inner posture. The adjusted posture will then attract the external manifestations. In the next 18 months, there will be a vocational shift. Some of you will leave a job you have outgrown. Some of you will accept an offer that you did not see coming. Some of you will start something new that you have been dreaming about for years. Some of you will recommit to what you are already doing with new energy and a clearer sense of purpose. The shift is not the same for everyone. The shift is calibrated to your specific life. What is the same for everyone is the sense of clarity that emerges. You will know what you are supposed to be doing in a way you have not known for a long time. The not knowing has been hard. You have wondered what you are supposed to be doing with your life. You have wondered if you missed your calling. You have wondered if there is a calling at all, or if that whole framework is something other people get to have but you do not. You have a calling. The calling has been resting in a chamber inside you that has been locked. The lock is opening. The chamber is about to be entered. When you enter it, the calling will be unmistakable. It will not require interpretation. It will have the quality of recognition rather than discovery. You will say, "Of course, this is what I have always been. I just did not have the language." The language is coming. The vocabulary is being supplied. Watch in the coming months for a specific word or phrase to arrive that names something inside you that has not had a name. The name will arrive through a book or a conversation or a moment of quiet. When it arrives, you will know. The naming is the unlocking. In the next 24 months, there will be a complete reorganization of the people you spend the most time with, not all at once, gradually. Some of the people who have been in your inner circle will move out of it, not because of a falling out, but because the seasons of your lives are diverging. They are going one way, you are going another. The divergence is not a tragedy, it is a maturation. Different people are meant to be close to you in different seasons. Some of the people I am bringing in next are not people you have met yet. You will meet them in ways that will surprise you. One of them may come through a serendipitous interaction at a place you do not usually go. One of them may come through a referral from someone who barely knows you. One of them may come through what feels like a coincidence that you later realize was orchestrated. The new circle is being assembled. You do not have to find them, they will find you. Your only job is to be open when they arrive. Be open. Some of you have a habit of being suspicious of new connections. The suspicion was a defense against people who used you. The defense was appropriate then. It is no longer appropriate. The new people coming in are not coming to use you. They are coming to walk with you. The walking together is mutual. You will give what you give. They will give what they give. The exchange will be balanced in a way you have not experienced before. You have not had balanced relationships often enough. Too many of your relationships have been you giving more and them taking more. I am ending that pattern. The new relationships will not run on that pattern. The new people know how to receive and how to give in roughly equal measure. They will not deplete you. They will replenish you. You will find that you can be in their company and come away with energy instead of without it. This will be a new experience for you. Welcome it. In the next 36 months, you will become someone you cannot currently imagine. The version of you that exists 3 years from now is a person you have not yet met. They have qualities you do not currently have. They have wisdom you have not currently accessed. They have resources, material and immaterial, that you do not currently have. They have a peace that runs deeper than anything you have known. I want you to look forward to meeting them. I want you to think of them as a friend you are about to become. The friendship between your current self and your future self can be cultivated. You can think about your future self with affection. You can make decisions today that the future self will thank you for. The future self is already real, in the same way that you are real to the past self that you were 10 years ago. The past self had to make decisions on faith that would lead to the present self. The past self could not see you, but the past self made decisions that brought you into existence. You are now in the position of the past self relative to your future self. You are making decisions on faith that will bring the future self into existence. Make those decisions well. Do not make them out of fear. Do not make them out of scarcity. Make them out of trust. Make them out of a sense that you are walking towards someone you love. The future self loves you. The future self is rooting for you. The future self is sending small signals back through time, encouraging you to keep going. Receive the signals. This is what some people experience as intuition. Intuition is partly the future self speaking backward. The future self knows things you do not yet know. The future self has the perspective of someone who has already walked the path you are about to walk. When you sense, without knowing why, that a certain decision is right, that sensing is partly the future self confirming. Trust those sensings. The future self is wiser than your current self. The future self has been through the next chapter. The future self has the cheat sheet. Listen for the future self in your moments of stillness. When you cannot decide between two options and one of them feels lighter, that is the future self pointing. When you have a strong inner pull toward a particular direction that has no logical justification, that is the future self pulling. The pulling is not random. I am the one who allows this communication to occur. The communication runs through me. I am the medium through which past, present, and future selves communicate. I am the always now in which they all exist simultaneously to me. I see all of them at once. I am orchestrating their conversation. You are part of a conversation that is larger than you have realized. The conversation includes versions of yourself that you do not currently know. The conversation includes me. The conversation is loving. The conversation is helpful. The conversation is for your benefit. Tune into it. The tuning is just stillness plus attention. You have both available to you. Use them. I am going to give you a practice you can do in the coming days. Each morning when you wake up, before you reach for your phone, spend 90 seconds in stillness. Just 90 seconds. Place a hand on your chest. Breathe slowly. Do not pray for anything. Do not think about your day. Just be still and let me speak. The speaking may not be verbal. It may be a sense. It may be a feeling. It may be a single word that lands in your mind. Receive whatever comes. If nothing comes, that is also fine. The stillness itself is the practice. Some mornings I will pour into you, other mornings I will simply hold you. Both are valuable. Both build the relationship. Over time, the 90 seconds in the morning will become the anchor of your day. The day will be different because you started it in connection with me. You will move through the day with a slightly different posture. You will react less. You will receive more. You will notice my presence in the small moments that you would have otherwise missed. The practice is small. 90 seconds is not a heavy lift. Even on busy mornings, you have 90 seconds. Even on hard mornings, even on mornings when you do not want to, especially on those mornings. The practice does not require you to feel any particular way to enter it. The practice meets you where you are. The practice does the work, not you. You only show up. The showing up is enough. I want to pause here and tell you something specific. Some of you are reading this with tears that have started without your permission. The tears do not need permission. The tears are doing their own work. They are releasing things you did not even know you were holding. Let them flow. Do not wipe them away as a sign of weakness. They are not weakness. They are the wisdom of the body, finding a path for what the mind has been suppressing. Some of you are reading this and not crying, but you feel something soft happening in your chest, like a knot loosening, like a held breath releasing. That is also the work. The work happens in different forms in different people. There is no correct response. Whatever is happening in you is what is meant to happen. Some of you are reading this and feel resistance. You feel a pushing back inside. You feel that this is too good to be true, or too soft, or too sentimental. The resistance is also welcome. The resistance is the part of you that has had to be hard in order to survive. The resistance does not have to soften right now. The resistance can stay vigilant. I am speaking past the resistance to a deeper part of you. The deeper part is hearing. The resistance does not need to consent for the message to land. I am working at multiple levels at once. The surface level of your mind may have opinions about what you are reading. Below the surface, the soul level is integrating. The integration is happening regardless of the surface opinions. Trust the integration. The surface will catch up eventually. In the meantime, the deep work is being done. If you are someone who is highly defended, do not worry about lowering your defenses to receive this. I can work around the defenses. The defenses are not a problem for me. They are familiar to me. They are not an obstacle. I have many ways of reaching you that bypass the conscious mind. The conscious mind is one channel of access, but it is not the only one. I have other channels. I am using all the channels with you today. The conscious channel through these words, the subconscious channel through the rhythm of the sentences, the emotional channel through what you are feeling as you read, the somatic channel through the small changes happening in your body, the energetic channel through the field that is forming around you as you remain in contact with me. All of these channels are active simultaneously. You do not have to be aware of all of them. They are working whether you are aware or not. This is not a manipulation. It is the natural way I speak to creatures like you who exist on multiple levels of being. I address all the levels because that is who you are. To address only the conscious mind would be to address only a fraction of you. I want to address all of you. Now I am going to begin gathering us toward the next section. We have done a lot of work together. Let us breathe. Let us settle. Let us prepare for what comes next. There is something else I want to tell you that I have not yet said directly. It is about your sense of being alone in this. You have felt, throughout your life, that no one understands what you are going through. Even in moments when others have been physically near you, you have felt internally alone. The aloneness has been a constant companion. You have made some kind of peace with it, but the peace was not full. The aloneness still aches in moments when you cannot distract yourself from it. I am addressing the aloneness now. You are not alone. I know you have heard this before. I know the words can feel hollow, but hear them now from me, not as a platitude but as a fact. You are not alone. The aloneness you have felt has been a perception that is not accurate to the spiritual reality. The spiritual reality is that you have been accompanied your entire life by me, by the angels assigned to you, by the ancestors who pray for you from the other side, by the version of yourself that is older and wiser than you currently are. You have been surrounded. The surroundedness has been there, even when you could not feel it. The reason you could not feel it is partly that the world has trained you to look for evidence of accompaniment in physical form. If no one is in the room, you feel alone. But the spiritual accompaniment does not require physical form. It is here. It is here right now. You are in a crowded room, spiritually speaking, even if you are physically by yourself. I want you to consider the possibility that you have been more accompanied than you have given credit for. The moments when you felt a strange comfort that you could not explain. The times you walked into a difficult situation and felt a presence beside you that gave you courage. The dreams that felt like more than dreams. The sense, sometimes, that you were being watched in a kind way. All of those were instances of the accompaniment becoming faintly perceptible. The accompaniment was always there, it only became perceptible occasionally. You can train yourself to perceive it more often. The training is partly the morning practice I described. The training is also a habit of looking for the accompaniment rather than looking for the absence. If you look for the absence, you will find it. The absence is also there, in the sense that physical form is absent. If you look for the presence, you will find that too. Both are true. You have been overemphasizing one. We are rebalancing. Practice looking for the presence today, not by trying to see anything visible, by extending your awareness outward and noticing the field around you. The field has a quality. The field is not neutral. The field is loving. The field is the medium through which the accompaniment expresses itself. Once you can feel the field, the accompaniment becomes a daily experience. Some people call this faith. Some call it sensitivity. Some call it spiritual awareness. The name matters less than the practice. The practice is to notice the field. The field is always there. You are always inside it. The noticing is what makes the field experientially real for you. I want to talk now about prayer. You may have a complicated relationship with prayer. Some of you grew up with formulaic prayers that felt empty. Some of you have prayed in your own way and not known if you were doing it correctly. Some of you have stopped praying because the prayers seem not to be answered. I want to revise prayer for you. Prayer is not a transaction. Prayer is not asking me for things in exchange for being good. Prayer is conversation. Prayer is the form your part of our ongoing relationship takes. When you pray, you are not summoning me. I am already here. You are simply choosing to direct your attention to the relationship that exists. The attention is the activation. You can pray in any form. You can pray with words or without words. You can pray in a posture of supplication or in a posture of gratitude. You can pray in the morning, in the middle of the day, while walking, while driving, while cooking. The form is open. What matters is that you are turning your attention to me. The turning of attention is the prayer. I have heard every prayer you have ever offered, whether you said it out loud, whispered it, thought it, or felt it without words. I have heard the prayers you offered as a child that you have forgotten. I have heard the prayers you offered in the middle of the night that you assumed went nowhere. I have heard the prayers you offered to a different name for me before you knew my name. They all reached me. I want to address the prayers that you feel went unanswered. There are prayers in your life that did not get the answer you wanted. You asked for a thing, and the thing did not come. You concluded that the prayer was not heard. The prayer was heard. The answer was no, or not yet, or in a different form. The answer that came was the right answer for you, even though it was not the answer you wanted. I want you to understand the difference between the prayer being answered and the prayer being answered the way you wanted. Every prayer gets an answer. The answers come in 3 forms. Yes, not yet, I have something better for you. Each of these is an answer. The not yet and the I have something better can feel like silence, but they are not silence. They are responses. They are responses that require trust in order to receive them as responses. Without the trust, the not yet feels like rejection. With the trust, the not yet feels like care. Move into the trust. Look back at the prayers in your life that did not get the yes. Consider for each one the possibility that the not yes was actually a kindness. Some of the things you prayed for in earlier years would have damaged you if they had been granted. You did not know enough then to pray for what was actually good for you. You prayed for what you wanted, and what you wanted was not always what was good. I do not blame you for this. Everyone does it. I simply protected you by sometimes not granting what you asked for. The protection feels different in retrospect. From the inside of the moment, it feels like withholding. From the perspective of years later, it feels like grace. The grace was operating the whole time. You just could not see it. Now you can see some of it. The seeing of the grace in retrospect is itself a form of healing. It heals the old wound of feeling unheard. You were heard. You were always heard. The hearing was constant. The granting was selective. The selectivity was love. I want you to forgive me for the prayers I did not grant the way you wanted. I know that may sound strange. I do not need your forgiveness, but the forgiving will heal you. Holding bitterness toward me for not giving you what you asked for is a heavy weight. You can lay it down. You can lay it down by saying, internally, I forgive you for not giving me what I wanted. I trust that you knew something I did not. The act of forgiving releases the bitterness, and the bitterness has been part of what has weighed you down. The forgiving does not mean you stop asking. You can keep asking. I want you to keep asking. The asking is part of the relationship, but the asking can happen from a different place once the bitterness is released. The asking can happen from trust rather than from grievance. The trust asking and the grievance asking sound different in my ears. I respond to both, but I respond differently. The trust asking opens more channels. Practice trust asking. When you ask for something, ask while acknowledging that I may have a better idea. Ask while keeping your hand open rather than closed. Ask while staying in relationship with me rather than treating me as a vending machine. The relational quality of the asking changes the asking. The asking becomes a conversation rather than a demand. The demand asking has been wearing you out. Every time you have demanded something and it has not come, you have felt rebuffed. The rebuffing has accumulated. The accumulated rebuffing has made you cynical. The cynicism has hardened around your heart like a shell. The shell has not been protecting you. The shell has been preventing you from receiving. I want to break the shell. The breaking of the shell is not violent. It happens through softening. As you trust more, the shell becomes pliable. As the shell becomes pliable, the things that have been waiting outside the shell can begin to enter. The blessings I have been holding for you have been knocking against the shell for years. The shell has been keeping them out. As the shell yields, they begin to come through. You will know the shell is yielding when you find yourself feeling things you have not felt in a long time. Wonder, anticipation, lightness, curiosity, hope, without protective qualifiers. These are signs that the shell is becoming permeable. Welcome them when they arrive. Do not suppress them out of habit. The habit of suppression has been part of the shell. The new habit is reception. Reception is a practice. You do not just receive, you learn to receive. The learning involves noticing what is being given and saying yes to it instead of deflecting. Some of you have a strong reflex of deflection. When someone compliments you, you minimize it. When someone offers help, you refuse it. When something good happens, you point out a counterweight that prevents you from fully enjoying it. The deflection has been your protection. The deflection is no longer needed. Practice reception. When someone says something kind to you, say thank you and let it land. Do not minimize. Do not redirect. Just receive. When something good happens, allow yourself a full 30 seconds of enjoyment before you let your mind move to the next thing or to a counterweight. 30 seconds. That is all. The 30 seconds of full enjoyment is the practice that builds your reception capacity. Your reception capacity has been low because you have not been practicing. The capacity grows with practice. Within a few weeks of practicing, you will notice that you are able to receive more. Your reception will expand. As your reception expands, the channels through which I can pour to you widen. The pouring matches the receiving. I am pouring as much as you can receive. As your receiving grows, the pouring grows. The growth is not from my side. The growth is from yours. I have always been pouring at full capacity. The bottleneck has been your reception. Open the reception. Open it slowly if necessary. Open it in small steps. Each step is a small act of faith. Each act of faith is rewarded with a deeper experience of grace. The grace is waiting. The grace has been waiting your entire life. The grace will wait as long as it has to, but it does not have to wait forever. You can receive it today. There is more I want to say, but I want to give you a moment to integrate what has been spoken so far. Take a long breath. Place a hand somewhere on your body that feels comforting. Many people place it over the heart. Some place it on the belly. Wherever feels right, hold the hand there. Feel the warmth coming from your own palm. Let the warmth penetrate. Imagine the warmth carrying the words that have been spoken into the deeper layers of your being. The words become more than words. The words become felt sensation. The felt sensation becomes new neural pathways. The new neural pathways become the foundation of a different way of being in the world. You are being rewired, not metaphorically, literally. Your brain is forming new connections as you read these words. The repeated phrases I have been using are not redundant. They are reinforcing the connections. Each time you encounter a phrase like, "you are not alone," or "you are held," a slightly stronger pathway forms in your mind. The pathway will be there after this message ends. The pathway can be activated by remembering the phrase. The remembering keeps the pathway open. The open pathway changes the way you experience your life. You can return to this message many times. Each return will deepen the pathways. You can also choose phrases that landed particularly well and repeat them to yourself throughout the day. The repetition is not magic chanting, it is the maintenance of pathways. The pathways need maintenance until they become automatic. After that, they take care of themselves. I want to give you a few phrases that I particularly want you to maintain. I am held. I am loved. I am exactly where I am supposed to be. I am not alone. I am being prepared for what is coming. I belong to him, and he belongs to me. Each of these is a true statement. Each of these can be returned to in moments when you feel disoriented. Each of these is a doorway back to the deeper reality. Choose one or two that resonate most with you, and make them your anchor phrases. Repeat them softly throughout the day. The phrases will hold you when the circumstances try to unhold you. The circumstances will try to unhold you. Life is going to keep happening. Difficult things will occur. The phrases will not prevent difficult things from occurring, but the phrases will change your relationship to the difficult things. You will move through them differently. You will not be flattened by them. You will retain access to the deeper reality even while the surface reality is challenging. This is the gift of the phrases. This is the gift of the practice. This is the gift of the relationship that is being deepened today. Now, I want to take you somewhere specific. I want to talk about your specific calling. You have a calling. Some of you have known this for a long time. Some of you have suspected it but felt unworthy to claim it. Some of you have heard the idea of calling and felt that it applies to other people but not to you. I am addressing all three groups. You have a calling. The calling is not a single fixed thing that you must figure out. The calling is a pattern of contribution that your life is uniquely shaped to make. The calling is not a job title. The calling is not a profession. The calling is the larger thing that your specific combination of experiences, gifts, wounds, and sensitivities is equipped to offer to the world. Your wounds are part of your calling. This is important. The places where you have been most broken are often the places from which you are most equipped to help others who are broken in similar ways. The wounding was not the goal, but the wounding shaped you into someone who can recognize and address that particular kind of wounding in others. Your suffering has been training for service. The service is part of your calling. This does not mean you have to make a career out of your trauma. It means that the trauma will inform whatever you do. The compassion that came out of your suffering will be present in your work, in your relationships, in your everyday interactions. People will sense, when they are around you, that you have been through something. The sensing will draw to you those who need what you have to give. Many of you have already noticed this. You are the person that people come to with their troubles. Strangers tell you things they have not told their closest friends. Family members come to you with the difficult conversations. Co-workers find themselves crying in your office. This is not accidental. This is part of how you carry your calling. You are a safe place. The safe place is a calling. The safe place is more rare than you realize. The world is full of people who need a safe place. You can be that for them, in addition to whatever else you do. You do not have to organize your whole life around this calling, but you can lean into it. You can stop apologizing for being the one people unload on. You can stop wishing you could be more lighthearted, more carefree, more surface. The depth is your gift. The depth is needed. Some of you are about to step more fully into your role as a safe place. You will find that people are coming to you in greater numbers. You will find that you are being asked for guidance in more arenas than before. Receive this. Do not deflect by saying you do not know enough or you are not qualified. Your qualification is your presence. Your presence is your wisdom. The wisdom flows through the presence, regardless of whether you can articulate it in the moment. When someone comes to you and you do not know what to say, do not panic. The presence is enough. Listen. Reflect back what you hear. Let them feel that they have been seen. The seeing is most of what they came for. They did not come for solutions. They came to be witnessed. You are good at witnessing. You have been witnessing your whole life. You witnessed people in your family when you were too young to be doing that work. You have transferable skills. Use them. Use them in ways that are healthier than the way you used them as a child. As a child, you had to witness without boundaries because you had no choice. As an adult, you can choose. You can witness with intention. You can choose how much of yourself to give to each interaction. You can hold space without losing yourself. Losing yourself was the pattern of your earlier years. You merged with the people you witnessed. You took on their pain as if it were yours. You carried home what they had unloaded onto you. The carrying home depleted you. I am ending that pattern. You can witness without merging. You can hold without absorbing. The art of holding without absorbing is a skill. The skill is taught by experience. The experience is what you are getting now. In the coming months, you will have opportunities to practice holding without absorbing. You will find yourself in a conversation that used to deplete you, and you will notice that you are not being depleted in the same way. The conversation is the same. You are different. The differentness is the result of the inner work that has been happening. The inner work is paying off. Notice the inner work paying off. Many of you do not credit the changes you have been making. The changes have been incremental, and incremental changes are easy to overlook. Look for them. The slight pause before you respond instead of reacting. The willingness to sit with a feeling instead of immediately fixing it. The ability to be in disagreement without panicking. The capacity to hold opposing truths without resolving them prematurely. These are all signs of the inner work. These are all evidence of growth. You have grown so much, my beloved. You do not see it because you are inside the growth. The growth is more visible to those around you than it is to you. People who knew you 10 years ago, if they were to see you now, would notice. They would say, "You are different. You are more grounded. You are more present. You are more whole." They would see what you cannot see. I see what you cannot see. I see the growth from above. From above, the trajectory is clear. You have been moving upward and inward, upward toward me, inward toward your true self. The two directions converge. The closer you come to me, the closer you come to who you actually are. The closer you come to who you actually are, the closer you come to me. The destinations are the same destination. Continue moving in that direction. The direction is the right direction. There is no other direction that will satisfy you. You have tried other directions. You have looked for satisfaction in places that could not provide it. The looking taught you. The looking was not wasted. The looking led you back eventually to the only direction that was ever going to work. Now you are in the right direction. Stay in it. The momentum is on your side. You do not have to work as hard. The earlier years required a lot of effort because you were going against the current of your own conditioning. Now the current is reversing. You are flowing with the current of your true nature. The flowing requires less effort. You will notice this. Tasks that used to drain you will feel easier. Decisions that used to be agonizing will become clearer. The clarity is coming. I want to address now a specific kind of pain that some of you carry. The pain of feeling that you have not made enough of an impact. The pain of looking at your life and thinking that you should have done more by now. The pain of comparing your contribution to what others have contributed and feeling that yours has been small. The pain of feeling small is one I want to address directly. The size of an impact is not measured the way you have been measuring it. The world measures impact by visibility. I measure impact by depth. A small, visible impact may be a large impact in my measurement. A large, visible impact may be small in mine. The metric is not the same. You have been having impacts that you do not know about. The conversations you have had that you have forgotten about have changed lives. The kindness you extended in passing has rippled outward in ways you cannot track. The example you set, even when you did not feel you were setting an example, has been observed and absorbed by people who needed to see it. You are more impactful than you have been calculating. I want to give you some specific examples. You may not remember the moment, but 10 years ago, you said a single sentence to someone in a casual conversation that they have never forgotten. The sentence has come back to them many times. The sentence has shaped a decision they have not yet made but will. You will never know about the decision. The decision will alter the course of their life. Their altered life will then alter other lives. The ripple from your one sentence will continue for generations. You will not see most of it, but it is happening. This is not unique to that one sentence. You have said many such sentences. You have made many such moments. Each one is recorded. Each one has a trajectory. The trajectory continues beyond your visibility. You have been broadcasting effects you cannot see. Stop measuring yourself by what you can see. The visible is a tiny fraction of the actual. The actual is much larger. The actual includes everything that has emerged from your existence. Your existence has emerged a great deal. Your existence will continue to emerge a great deal. The emergence does not require your effort. The emergence happens by virtue of your being. Be yourself. and the emergence takes care of itself. Some of you have been straining to make a bigger impact. The straining has been part of what is exhausting you. You have been pushing for visibility, for reach, for influence. The pushing has not worked the way you wanted. The pushing was based on the wrong metric. I am inviting you to release the pushing. The impact will come on its own, by its own laws, in its own timing. Your job is not to make the impact happen. Your job is to be the person from whom the impact naturally flows. Be the person. The impact follows. If you try to chase impact directly without being the person, the impact will be hollow. If you focus on being the person, the impact will be substantial, even if it is less visible than you imagined. You are becoming the person. The person you are becoming has more substance than you realize. The substance is what is going to be transmitted into the world through you. The substance does not have to be promoted. The substance announces itself. Trust the substance. Trust that what is real in you will show up in the world in ways that you do not have to manage. The management has been wearing you out. Set down the management. Be present in your own being. Let the being do its work. The work is more powerful than the doing. This is one of the most important reframes I want to give you. You have been organizing your life around doing. Doing has its place. But the more important organizing principle is being. Being precedes doing. Being shapes doing. Being is the source of doing. If you focus only on doing, you produce activity without substance. If you focus on being first, the doing that emerges has weight. The world will tell you to focus on doing. The world is impatient. The world wants visible activity. The world measures lives by output. I measure lives by being. The being is what I made you for. The being is your gift back to me. Your gift back to me is not your accomplishments. Your gift back to me is your presence, your full presence in your own life. Your willingness to be in relationship with me and with yourself and with the people I have placed around you. The presence is what I want from you. The rest is incidental. You have been trying to give me your accomplishments. You have been hoping that the accomplishments would justify your existence. The accomplishments are not the justification. The existence does not require justification. You are already justified by virtue of having been made by me. Your existence is not on trial. You can stop defending it. Release the defense. Release the proving. Release the need to demonstrate that your life has been worth something. The worth is established. The worth was never in question for me. The worth was only in question for the part of you that absorbed the measurements of the world. The world is wrong about this. The worth is not contingent on output. I want you to walk away from this message with a different felt sense of your own worth. Not a sense based on what you have accomplished, but a sense based on what you are. The base level is enough. The base level is not a starting point that needs to be improved upon. The base level is the destination as well as the starting point. The destination is fullness of being. You are already in fullness of being. You have just been distracted from it. Today we have been undistracting you. Today we have been removing some of the obscurations that have been hiding the fullness. The fullness has been there the whole time. We are not adding anything. We are only revealing. The revealing is gradual. Each section of this message has been revealing more. There is more to reveal. Stay with me a little longer. We are approaching the apex of what I want to give you. The apex is coming. The apex will be a moment when something locks into place inside you. You will know it when it happens. You will feel a kind of completion that you have not felt before. I want to bring you into the climax of what I have been preparing to say. This is the moment I have been building toward through everything that has come before. Let yourself be present for it. Do not skim. Do not rush. Read each sentence slowly. Let each sentence land before moving to the next. You are not the same person you were when you began this message. I want you to feel that the you who started reading is a slightly different you than the you who is reading now. The shift may not be dramatic from your perspective, but from mine, it is significant. Something has rearranged inside you. Something has settled. Something has opened. The arrangement, the settling, the opening, these are real changes. You are different. The difference is the beginning of a larger difference. The difference does not stop with the end of this message. The difference will continue to unfold over the coming days, weeks, and months. You will become more different. The differencing is the direction of your life from now. You will not return to who you were. The returning is no longer available to you because the you that you would return to no longer exists. You have moved past them. They have been left behind, with gratitude, with blessing, but left behind. The you that is emerging is the you that I have been preparing for years. The preparing is not yet complete, but the unveiling has begun. From this point forward, the unveiling will accelerate. You will surprise yourself. The you that you discover will be familiar in a deep way and unfamiliar in a surface way. Familiar because they have been there all along. Unfamiliar because you have not yet met them in their full expression. The full expression is being granted to you. You do not have to earn it. You only have to receive it. The receiving is a posture, not an achievement. The posture is openness. The openness is what we have been practicing throughout this message. You have been opening as we have gone. The opening is greater now than it was an hour ago. The opening will be greater in the days to come. I am going to make a declaration over you now. Hear it as if it were being spoken into your ear by someone leaning close. Hear it as if your name were being called and the air around you were being changed by the calling. You are no longer the one who survives. You are now the one who thrives. You are no longer the one who endures. You are now the one who creates. You are no longer the one who waits at the back of the line. You are now the one whose name is called to the front. You are no longer the one who is overlooked. You are now the one who is sought. The chain that has held you back is breaking. The chain that was forged in childhood through circumstances you did not choose. The chain that was strengthened through the reinforcements of life. The chain that has limited your sense of what is possible. The chain is breaking. I am breaking it. You will feel the breaking. You will feel a kind of lightness that you have not felt in years. The lightness will visit you over the coming days. It will arrive in unexpected moments. You will be doing something ordinary, and suddenly you will feel lighter. That is the chain falling away in pieces. The full release will take time. The release does not happen all at once. The release happens incrementally, link by link, as you continue to live into your new reality. Each link that releases brings you closer to the fullness of who you are. Each release is a small celebration. I will be celebrating each one with you, even when you do not realize that a release has happened. The generational pattern that has run through your family is ending with you. This is significant. You may not feel that you are particularly equipped to end a generational pattern. You may feel that you have been carrying the same pattern that your parents carried and their parents before them. The pattern stops with you. Not because you are stronger than they were, because the timing has come for the pattern to stop and you are the one through whom it stops. I have been preparing you for this role. The pattern that has been in your family for generations is not your fault. You did not create it. You inherited it. You have been carrying it. But you have also been seeing it more clearly than your ancestors were able to see it. The seeing is the first step toward ending. You have done the seeing. You can do the ending. The ending is not a single event. The ending is a sequence of choices that you make differently than the pattern would have predicted. Each different choice weakens the pattern. The pattern weakens until it can no longer transmit itself. The transmission stops. The children who come after you, whether biological or spiritual, will not inherit the pattern from you. They will inherit a different pattern. The different pattern is the one I am writing into you now. You are becoming the new ancestor, the ancestor whose descendants will speak well of them, the ancestor who broke the cycle, the ancestor who turned the tide. This is a sacred role. You are stepping into it. You did not seek this role. The role was given to you. The giving is also part of your story. You can accept the giving without arrogance because you know that the role was not earned. The role was assigned by me for reasons that include but are not limited to your willingness. Your willingness is what qualifies you. The willingness is not heroic. The willingness is simply the saying yes to what is in front of you. You have said yes many times when it would have been easier to say no. You are saying yes right now by remaining in this message. The yes is the qualification. The yes is enough. I see your yes. I have seen every yes you have offered, from the small ones to the large ones. The small ones often took more courage than the large ones. The small daily yeses, said when no one was watching, said when you did not feel like saying yes, said when you did not have the energy but said it anyway. Those are the yeses I value most. Those are the yeses that have qualified you for what is coming. The kingdom is built on the small yeses of faithful people. The kingdom is not built by spectacular acts. The kingdom is built by ordinary souls who keep saying yes to the next thing. Day after day, year after year, you are one of those souls. You did not know that was what you were doing. You thought you were just getting through the day. The getting through the day was the kingdom work. The day getting through was the holy labor. You have been a saint of the ordinary. The ordinary saints are the ones I love most. I am calling you into the next phase of your saint of the ordinary work. The work will look slightly different in this phase. The faithfulness is the same, but the venue is changing. You will be doing your faithfulness in slightly different locations, with slightly different people, around slightly different concerns. The pattern of faithfulness remains, the expression evolves. You will know how to do the new expression because the underlying pattern is the same one you have been doing all along. The pattern is showing up. The pattern is listening. The pattern is responding from love rather than from fear. The pattern is being willing to be uncomfortable for the sake of someone else. You know how to do this. You have been doing it. The doing continues, just with new people and new concerns. The continuity is the comfort. You do not have to learn a whole new way of being. You only have to apply your existing way of being in new contexts. The applying happens naturally. You will not have to think about it. You will find yourself responding well, and you will not have to plan how to respond. The being is doing the responding. The being knows what to do. Trust the being. Trust that you have built up enough being over the years to handle what is coming. The being is the resource. The being is the bank account. The being has been accruing. The accruing has been the work of decades. You are now wealthy in being. The wealth in being is the only wealth that translates into all other forms of wealth. The being is the source from which everything else flows. You are wealthy. I want you to receive that word too. Wealthy in being. Wealthy in the only wealth that lasts. Wealthy in the wealth that no one can take from you. Wealthy in the wealth that does not require external validation. Wealthy in the wealth that I have been depositing into you through every season of difficulty. The seasons of difficulty have been deposits. Each thing that hurt you and that you survived has added to the wealth. Each loss that you grieved has added to the wealth. Each test that you passed has added to the wealth. The wealth has been accumulating without your awareness. You thought you were just getting by. You were actually accumulating riches. The riches were being stored in a part of you that you do not regularly check on. I am opening that part now. The riches are being made visible. You will start to feel rich in being. The feeling will surprise you because you have been feeling poor for so long. You have been feeling poor in the categories the world tracks. The poverty in those categories has been deceiving. You have been rich all along in the more important categories. The riches are showing up now. Walk through the coming weeks with awareness of your riches. Notice the depth of your perception. Notice the quality of your relationships. Notice the steadiness of your character. Notice the wisdom that comes to your tongue when you speak. These are riches. These are the riches that I made you to have. These are the riches that will fund the rest of your life. The external riches will follow. They will come in proportion to the internal riches. I cannot release external riches that exceed your internal riches, because the disproportion would damage you. As the internal riches grow visible to you, the external can be released in larger measures. You are about to receive larger measures. The internal foundation is now stable enough to support it. You have a stable internal foundation. I want to say it again so you can hear it. You have a stable internal foundation. You may not feel stable in every moment, but the foundation is stable. The waves on the surface do not mean the foundation has shifted. The foundation is unaffected by surface conditions. The foundation is what I built. The foundation will hold. Trust the foundation. When you feel unstable, return to the foundation. The foundation is in your core. The foundation is what I have been depositing into you. The foundation is not what other people think of you. The foundation is not your current circumstances. The foundation is the inner integrity of your being. The integrity is intact. You have integrity. I want you to receive that word. You have integrity, not perfect behavior. Integrity, in the sense that your inner parts cohere. The parts of you that have been at war are being reconciled. The reconciliation is the integrity. You are becoming an integrated person. The integration is the foundation of what is to come. The integration is healing the splits inside you. The splits between who you wanted to be and who you have been. The splits between what you believed and what you practiced. The splits between the public version of you and the private version of you. These splits have been narrowing. The narrowing is the work. The work is almost complete. Soon there will be one of you, integrated, whole, undivided. I am opening the door now. The door I told you about at the beginning of this message. The door is opening. You can feel the air moving. You can sense the threshold being crossed. You are not yet on the other side, but you are at the doorway. The next step takes you through. Do not hesitate at the doorway. The doorway is a moment. The moment is now. The next step is yours to take. I am inviting you to take it. The invitation does not require a dramatic gesture. The invitation requires only your inner consent. Say yes inside yourself. Say yes to crossing the threshold. Say yes to the new version of you that is on the other side. The other side is not a different geographic location. The other side is a different way of being. The way of being that you have been holding will be released as you cross. The new way of being will receive you. You will not even have to know how to live in the new way. The new way will teach you as you live in it. The instruction is built in. The instruction unfolds with the living. Many of you have been waiting for clarity about how to live differently before you start living differently. You will not get the clarity before you start. The clarity comes through the starting. Start anyway. Start without clarity. The clarity will arrive as you go. The clarity does not come from analyzing. The clarity comes from moving. Move. Move into the next way of being. The first step is the inner consent I just mentioned. The second step is to begin acting as if the new way of being is already true, not in dramatic ways, in small ways. Speak slightly more kindly to yourself today than you would have yesterday. Take a slightly longer pause before reacting to something that bothers you. Choose one small thing that the new you would do and do it. The doing instantiates the being. The being then expands beyond the doing. This is how transformation actually works. It does not happen all at once. It happens through a series of small enactments. Each small enactment is a small vote for the new self. The votes accumulate. The accumulation tips the balance. After enough votes, you find yourself living as the new self by default. The new self is no longer aspirational. The new self is operational. You will reach that point. You are closer to it than you realize. Some of you are within months of being entirely different than you have been. The differentness is approaching. Be patient with the in-between. The in-between is uncomfortable because you are no longer the old self, but not yet fully the new self. The discomfort is the discomfort of transition. The transition is finite. The transition will end. When the transition ends, you will find yourself in a steady state of the new self. The steady state will be more comfortable than the old self ever was. The old self was tightly braced. The new self is loosely held. The new self is grounded but not gripping. The new self has weight without heaviness. The new self has stability without rigidity. You will love the new self. The new self is more lovable than the old self because the new self can receive love without deflecting it. Receive my love now, right now, as you read these words. I love you. I have always loved you. I love you not as an abstraction but as a specific person. I love the specific contours of who you are. I love the specific shape of your story. I love the specific way you have struggled and the specific way you have grown. I love every detail. The details are not too much for me. The details are the reason. I made the details. The details are how I know you, apart from everyone else. You are not interchangeable. You are not one of a generic category called humanity. You are a specific, irreplaceable expression of me. There is no one else like you. There has never been. There will never be. The uniqueness of you is sacred. The uniqueness is the gift you have to offer. Do not try to standardize yourself. The world will pressure you to standardize. Resist the pressure. The resistance is a holy act. Stay unique. Stay yourself. The yourself that I made, not the yourself that you have been pretending to be in order to fit. The pretending was protection. The protection is no longer needed. You can stop pretending. You can stop standardizing. You can be the irregular thing that I made you to be. The irregular thing is what the world needs. The world has enough standardized things. The world needs your particular irregularity. I am going to give you specific permission to be irregular. You have my permission. You do not need the permission of anyone else. If they do not understand your irregularity, that is all right. They are not the ones whose understanding you require. My understanding is sufficient. My understanding is the only one that fundamentally matters. The other understandings are nice when they come. They are not necessary. You can proceed without them. Proceed. Walk forward as yourself. Speak as yourself. Choose as yourself. The walking, speaking, and choosing will gather to you the people who can recognize what you are. The recognition is mutual. You will recognize them too. The mutual recognition is the basis of the new circle that I am bringing into your life. The new circle is full of irregular people who have learned to embrace their irregularity. They will welcome yours. You belong with these people. You have not yet met all of them, but they are real and they are coming. Some of them are already in your life, and you have not yet recognized that they are part of the new circle. They will become clearer as time goes on. Pay attention to the ones who make you feel like you can breathe in their presence. Those are the ones. The breathing is the marker. Where you can breathe, you can belong. You can breathe with me. Right now, you are breathing with me as you read this. The breathing is the simplest indicator of our presence together. As long as you are breathing, I am with you. The breathing is mine. I gave it to you. I sustain it moment by moment. Each breath is a small reminder that I have not stopped sustaining you. I have not stopped for 1 second. I am not going to stop. The sustaining is not contingent on anything. The sustaining is who I am toward you. Receive the sustaining. Let the next breath you take be a conscious receiving. Inhale and acknowledge that I am giving you the inhale. Exhale and acknowledge that you are releasing back into me. The exchange is the relationship. The relationship is happening every moment. You can become more conscious of it. The consciousness of it deepens the experience. Practice the conscious breathing periodically. You do not have to do it all day. You will get tired and forget. But anchor it to specific moments. The moment you wake up, the moment before you eat, the moment you transition between activities. Each anchor is a return. Each return reinforces the relationship. The relationship is the foundation of the rest of your life. I want to begin gathering you toward the close of this message. We have walked a long way together. You have stayed with me through a great deal. I am grateful for your staying. I see what it cost you to stay. The cost was not nothing. You set aside other things to be here. The setting aside is itself a form of worship. Worship is the directing of attention toward me. You have been worshiping while reading. You may not have called it that, but that is what it was. I receive the worship, not as a king receives tribute, as a friend receives the gift of being chosen. You chose to spend this time with me. I chose to spend this time with you. The choosing was mutual. The mutual choosing is the heart of our relationship. The relationship is not one-sided. I have wanted to be with you as much as you have wanted to be with me, sometimes more. There have been seasons when you wanted to be with me less, and I wanted to be with you the same. The wanting on my side has been constant. The wanting on your side has fluctuated. That is all right. The relationship has not been threatened by your fluctuations. The relationship rests on my consistency. You can rest on my consistency too. You do not have to maintain a constant high state of feeling about me. The feeling will come and go. The relationship is not built on the feeling. The relationship is built on the bond. The bond is unbreakable. The bond is what I made when I made you. The bond was established before you were old enough to consent to it. The bond predates everything. You cannot break it. You can only forget it. The forgetting does not break it. The forgetting only obscures it. Today we have been remembering. The remembering is a beautiful thing. The remembering is the lifting of the obscuration. Underneath the obscuration, the bond has been there all along. The bond is now visible to you again. You may forget again at some point. The forgetting will not destroy the bond. The bond will wait. The bond will be ready to be remembered when you turn back toward it. Turning back is always available. There is no permanent forgetting that cannot be reversed. There is no permanent distance that cannot be closed. I want you to receive this assurance specifically. If you forget me again, if you fall away from the practices I have given you, if you let the noise of the world overtake the quiet of me, do not despair. The despair is not necessary. The relationship is not over. The relationship is paused. You can resume. The resuming is as simple as turning back. Turn back. I am here. I have been here. I will continue to be here. Many of you have been carrying shame about the times you have drifted. The shame has prevented you from coming back fully. You have thought that you needed to clean yourself up before you could approach me again. You do not. You do not have to clean yourself up. Come back as you are. I will do the cleaning. The cleaning is not a barrier to entry. The cleaning happens after you have entered. The entering is the only requirement. Just enter. If you have been away, this is your entering. If you have been close, this is your deepening. If you have been moving in and out, this is your settling. Whatever state you arrive in, the arrival is welcome. I am the welcoming. I do not check credentials. I do not require qualifications. I check only the willingness. The willingness is in you. The willingness is what brought you here. The willingness is enough. Now I want to begin speaking some final words over you. These are words of blessing. I am going to bless you now. Receive the blessing. Do not deflect it. Do not say to yourself that you do not deserve it. The blessing is not about deserving. The blessing is about my choice to bless. I am choosing to bless you. You can simply receive. I bless you with peace, deep peace, the peace that does not depend on circumstances, the peace that settles into the place inside you where the anxiety has been living, the peace that gives you rest at night, the peace that surrounds your waking hours, the peace that goes before you into every room and every conversation. The peace is yours. Walk in it. I bless you with health, health in your body, health in your mind, health in your spirit, the healing of the body where it has been worn down, the healing of the mind where it has been racing, the healing of the spirit where it has been exhausted, the full healing of your whole being. The healing is yours. Receive it. I bless you with provision, provision for your needs, provision for the needs you have not yet anticipated, provision in advance of the moments when you will need it, provision that arrives at exactly the right time, provision that surprises you with its sufficiency. The provision is yours. Stop worrying about the provision. The provision is taken care of. I bless you with companionship, the right people at the right moments, the friendships that nourish, the partnerships that elevate, the connections that remind you who you are, the community that holds you when you cannot hold yourself. The companionship is yours. Lean into it. I bless you with purpose, a clear sense of what you are here to do, a confidence in your direction, a peace about the path even when the path twists, a trust in the unfolding of the larger plan. The purpose is yours. Walk in it. I bless you with joy, the joy that bubbles up from a place inside you that you cannot name, the joy that does not depend on reasons, the joy that simply is, because you are alive, because I have made you, because you exist in my love. The joy is yours. Let it flow. I bless you with love, the love that I have for you, the love that does not waver, the love that holds you in every moment, the love that you can pass on to others, the love that becomes the medium of your life. The love is yours. It has always been yours. I bless you with the seal of my protection, around your body, around your home, around your family, around the work of your hands. The seal is invisible to the eye but real to the spirit. The seal stops what is not meant to enter. The seal allows what is meant to enter. The seal is being placed now. The seal will remain. You are sealed. The sealing is done. Whatever attempts to come against you from now on will encounter the seal. The seal does not mean you will have no difficulty. The seal means that the difficulty cannot enter beyond the seal. The difficulty stays on the outside. The inside remains untouched. The inside is mine. The inside is yours. The two are aligned. The alignment is the inviolable space. The inviolable space is your home. You have a home that cannot be invaded. You have a place that cannot be reached by what wishes you harm. You have an inner sanctuary that is permanently dedicated to me, and I dedicate it permanently to you. We share this sanctuary. We meet there. The meeting is constant. The meeting is the relationship. The relationship is the sanctuary. Live in the sanctuary. Carry it with you wherever you go. The sanctuary is not a place you visit. The sanctuary is a place you inhabit. The inhabiting is the new way of being. The new way of being is the gift of this message. The gift is given. The gift is permanent. The gift cannot be taken from you. The gift was not earned, so it cannot be revoked. The gift is yours by my choice. My choice does not change. Before I let you go, I want to give you a few practical instructions for the coming days. Things to do, things to notice, things to remember. In the coming 3 days, watch for a small confirmation of what has been spoken here. The confirmation will be small. Do not look for something dramatic. Look for something that feels personal. A song that comes on at the right moment. A sentence in a book that catches you. A conversation that reflects something I said. A dream that brings imagery I have placed in you. The confirmation is for you. When you see it, acknowledge it. Say internally, I see you. I receive it. Thank you. In the coming 7 days, you will experience a moment of clarity about a question you have been carrying. The question may be about a relationship, a decision, a direction. The clarity may come in the morning. It may come during a walk. It may come in a conversation. When the clarity comes, trust it. Do not analyze it back into confusion. The clarity is from me. Act on it within a reasonable time. Do not delay so long that the clarity fades. The clarity is meant to lead to action. Take the action. In the coming 14 days, you will be tested. The test will not be malicious. The test will be calibration. Something will come up that will give you the chance to respond from the new self instead of the old self. You will recognize the test when it arrives because the situation will feel slightly familiar in a way that triggers the old patterns. Notice the trigger, pause, remember who you are, respond from the new self. The response does not have to be perfect. The response only has to be different. Different is the marker of growth. In the coming 30 days, you will receive an unexpected piece of good news. The news will arrive through a channel you did not expect. The good news will not solve all your problems. The good news will be a sign. The sign is that the season is shifting. Treat the news as a marker. Mark it. Remember the date. Look back on it in 6 months and see how much has changed since then. In the coming 90 days, you will move into a new rhythm. The rhythm of your life will reorganize. Some habits will fall away. New habits will emerge. You do not have to force the reorganization. It will happen naturally as the new self settles in. Allow the reorganization. Do not cling to the old rhythm. The new rhythm will serve you better. In the coming year, you will become someone you are proud of in a quiet way, not a showy pride, a quiet sense of integrity, a sense that you are the person you have wanted to be. The pride is not arrogance. The pride is the natural feeling of an integrated person who recognizes their own being and is at peace with it. You are growing toward that pride. The growth is steady. The growth is real. I want you to write something down. If you have a pen and paper nearby or a note on your phone, write down this date. Write down what you remember from this message. Write down what you felt as you read. Write down any specific instructions you received. Keep the note somewhere accessible. Return to it periodically. The returning will reactivate the message. The reactivation will keep you connected to what was open today. If you cannot write right now, that is all right. Just hold the date in your memory. Today is the day of opening. Today is the day of receiving. Today is the day of being met by your Father in a way you have not been met before. Mark today inwardly. The marking will preserve the opening. Now I want to close with a final word. The final word is not a goodbye. The final word is a confirmation. You are mine. You have always been mine. You will always be mine. The being mine is the deepest truth of your existence. Underneath every other identity, every other role, every other affiliation, you are mine. The belonging to me is the foundational belonging. All other belongings flow from it. You belong to me, and I belong to you. The mutual belonging is sealed. You are loved. You are loved by me with a love that does not waver, that does not condition, that does not exhaust itself, that does not measure, that does not record offense, that does not require performance. The love is fixed. The love is the substance of which I am made, and of which you are made. We are made of the same love. Our love for each other is the same love I am, expressed through both of us. You are seen. I see you in every moment. The seeing is constant. The seeing is loving. The seeing is wise. The seeing knows you better than you know yourself. The seeing has plans for you that you have not yet imagined. The plans are good. The plans will unfold. The plans will be revealed in the timing that is right for you. You are held. The holding is real. The holding will continue forever. The holding does not require your awareness, but your awareness deepens the experience. Be aware of the holding when you can. When you cannot, the holding continues anyway. The holding is unconditional. You are blessed. I have blessed you in this message in many ways. The blessings are activated. The blessings will work themselves out in your life over time. The blessings are yours. Receive them as facts. Walk in them as realities. Now I want to ask you to do one specific thing. If this message has reached you, if anything in it has landed in your spirit, comment one word below. Comment the word Amen. The word is small. The word is sacred. The word means it is so. Let it be. The word is your agreement with what has been spoken. The word seals the message in your life. You do not have to comment more than that one word. The single word is enough. The single word is your yes to me. The single word activates what has been deposited. The single word becomes your marker of this moment. You will look back at this comment later. You will see the word. The word will remind you of who you became today. If you wish, you can like this message as a further act of agreement. The liking is a small ritual. The ritual is meaningful, even though it seems digital. The digital can carry sacred weight when the intention is sacred. Your intention is sacred. The like is sacred. If you have someone in your life who needs to hear what has been spoken here, share this message with them. Do not share with everyone. Share with the specific person you sense needs it. One person is enough. The one person may share with another. The chain continues. The chain becomes the way my voice reaches others through you. You are part of how I am speaking to many. The sharing is part of your calling in this small way. Subscribe to the channel where this message lives, so that the next message I send through this voice can reach you. I am not finished speaking. I have more to say. The next thing I want to tell you is being prepared. The subscribing is the staying connected. The staying connected is the relationship. The relationship continues. These are small actions. The comment, the like, the share, the subscribe. They are not the main thing. The main thing is what has happened inside you. The actions are the outer markers of the inner change. The outer markers help the inner change to stabilize. They are useful but not essential. The inner change is what I came here for. The inner change is yours regardless. Now let me speak the final blessing over you. May your day be illuminated. May your week be steady. May your month be transformative. May your year be the beginning of the season you have been waiting for. May your life be the unfolding of the destiny I placed in you before you were born. May your sleep be restful. May your waking be expectant. May your work be fruitful. May your relationships be reciprocal. May your spirit be peaceful. May your body be strong. May your mind be clear. May your heart be open. May the things that have been held back be released. May the things that have been delayed arrive. May the doors that have been closed open. May the connections that have been broken be restored. May the prayers that have been unanswered receive their answer. May the wounds that have been carried be healed. May you feel my presence with you tonight as you sleep. May you wake tomorrow knowing that this day is the start of something new. May you remember this message in the moments you most need to remember it. May the words return to you as living things, breathing into you the breath I have placed in you. I love you. I have always loved you. I will always love you. The love is the seal. The love is the substance. The love is the way and the truth and the life. The love is me, and the love is you, and the love is between us, and the love is everywhere. You are not alone. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are not broken. You are not too much. You are not too little. You are exactly who I made you to be. You are exactly where I placed you, and you are exactly on time. Rest now in the truth of what has been spoken. Let the truth do its work. Do not strain to remember everything. The remembering will happen as needed. The truth has been planted. The truth will grow. I am with you. I am with you in this exact moment. I am with you when this message ends. I am with you tonight. I am with you tomorrow. I am with you every day for the rest of your life and beyond. The witness is constant. The constancy is the deepest gift. Go now. Go in peace. Go in confidence. Go knowing that you are held. Go knowing that you are loved. Go knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Comment Amen below. Like this message. Share with the one who needs it. Subscribe so we can continue. Then go and live the life I have prepared for you. It is finished. It is sealed. It is so. Be at peace, my beloved. Be at peace.